team. Travis would like to thank his parents for their selfless love and devotion, and Marcus Sawyer for being a role model and teaching him perseverance. Travis also gives thanks to God for granting him the blessing of the Sterlington community. He leaves these words to his team: just listen to the coaches. I promise they know more than you do. Our next football senior is wide receiver number 8, Jacob Breen. Jacob is being escorted by his parents, Leslie and Coach Bobby Breen. After graduation, Jacob plans to attend ULM with hopes of receiving his doctorate in physical therapy. Jacob would like to thank his parents for being #1 supporters and shaping him into the person he is today. Jacob's words of wisdom: if you're ever on the fence about doing something, just do it. Live life with no regrets. Our next senior is defensive end number 10, Grayson Gilmore. Grayson is being escorted by his parents, Sandra and Jeremy Gilmore. Grayson plans to attend college and major in business. Grayson would like to thank his coaches and his family for their faith in him and always pushing him to be his best. A few words of wisdom from Grayson: do not pray for easy lives, pray to be stronger men. Our next senior is defensive end number 11, Aiden Lingefeld. Aiden is being escorted by his parents, Veronica and Jerry Lingefeld, along with his brother, Mason. Aiden plans to attend Louisiana Tech and major in aviation. Aiden would like to thank his coaches. Their welcoming ways allowed him to find a home at Sterlington. Their support and guidance has allowed him to become a better person and a better man. Aiden's favorite memory is blocking the field goal attempt against Pine. Our next senior is kicker and punter, number 12, Aiden Parker. Aiden is being escorted by his parents, Marcia and Scott Parker. Aiden plans to attend college and major in finance while playing collegiate level football. Aiden wants to thank Coach Doty for making him punt his sophomore year and his parents for their unyielding love and support. Aiden's words of wisdom to his teammates are: enjoy every single minute because one day it'll be gone. Also, to stay on Coach Jansen's good side, you don't have to have extra conditioning. Our next football star is number 22, Gavin Evans. Gavin is being escorted by his parents, Shaquidrell Malone and Marquise Evans. Gavin plans to further his education and play college football. Gavin would first like to thank God for his blessings, his coaches for the time they've spent pouring into his craft, and his parents for their love and support. Gavin's favorite memory was seeing the joy on his teammates' faces after winning state. His words of wisdom are to never give up when things get tough. Our next senior is running back number 24, Hagen Herring. Hagen is being escorted by his parents, Michelle and Paul Herring. Hagen plans on playing college football and becoming an electrician. Hagen would like to thank his family and friends for their support and encouragement, as well as his coaches for their guidance. Hagen's favorite memories are the time spent with teammates before and after winning the state championship. Hagen wants to tell the team, time flies. Don't take 1 second for granted. You're going to miss it. Our next senior is wide receiver number 38, Layson Cope. Layson is being escorted by his parents, Elizabeth Sabert and Kevin and Amanda Cope. Layson plans to attend Louisiana Tech and major in business. Layson extends his thanks to his teachers and coaches for their support and lessons learned. Layson's favorite memory is winning the state championship his freshman year. Our next senior, wide receiver number 43, Braden Puit. Braden is being escorted by his parents, Brianne Pruitt and Jeremy and Kristen Pruitt. Braden plans to pursue a career working offshore. Braden would like to thank God and his family for their love and supports and credits their guidance to his success. Braden leaves these simple words of wisdom to his teammates: work hard and never quit. Our next senior is offensive lineman number 56, Michael Boseman. Michael is being escorted by his parents, Chris and Deanna Boseman, and his sister, Mallory and Madeline. Michael plans to major in business at ULM and hopes to become a state trooper. Michael wants to thank his family for the unwavering support, memories, and love. His favorite memory was winning the state championship his freshman year. Our next senior is offensive tackle number 76, Nathan Reardon. Nathan is being escorted by his parents, Ashley and Lee Reardon, and his sister, Abigail. After graduation, Nathan plans to continue furthering his football career at the collegiate level. Nathan would like to thank his friends and family for always being there and pushing him to be his best. His favorite memory is traveling to the Dome his freshman year and leaves these words of wisdom to his teammates: give it your best. You never know what you could achieve if you never try. Our next senior is offensive guard number 78, David Roach. David is being escorted by his parents, Cindy and Michael Roach, and sister, Melissa. After graduation, David plans to attend ULM and major in physical therapy. David would like to thank his teachers for their lessons and is honored to have personal relationships with each one of them. David's favorite memories are of the early, cold Saturday film mornings. He leaves his favorite scripture as words of wisdom. Rejoice in confident hope. Be patient in trouble and keep on praying. Romans 12:12. Our next senior is tight end number 83, Shawn McNair. Shawn is being escorted by his parents, Lindsay and Joel McNair, along with his brother. After graduation, Shawn plans to attend ULM and major in construction management. Shawn wants to thank all of his teachers, coaches, and friends for their lessons learned, support given, and memories made. Shawn's favorite memory was going to the Dome and winning the state championship in 2021. Our next senior is defensive tackle number 96, Shavah Smith. Shavah is being escorted by his parents, Candace Crow and Shavah Smith Sr. After graduation, Shavah plans to attend ULL with intentions of pursuing a degree in the medical field. Shavah would like to thank God for his blessings to see today. He also wants to thank his team, parents, and grandparents for their lessons, support, and love. Shavah leaves a special thanks to his teammates for always having his back. Our next senior is defensive tackle number 97, Bennett Wams. Bennett is being escorted by his mom, Amy Wams. After graduation, Bennett plans on pursuing a career as a game warden. Bennett would like to thank his family and friends for their never-ending love and support. Bennett's favorite memory is the Panthers winning the state championship and wants to tell the team to soak up every second of it. His favorite words of wisdom are, "You only live once." Let us now take a few moments to honor the seniors of our Panther Pride Marching Band. Our first senior band member is Titus Ashley. Titus is being escorted by his parents, Jamie and Joe Ashley. After graduation, Titus plans to attend Louisiana Tech and study in mechanical engineering. Titus wants to thank his parents for always encouraging him to be better, his teachers for helping to show him how to learn, and give thanks to God for everything. Titus's words of wisdom are, live in the moment, your past failures and regrets, and the only thing holding you back. Our next senior is Kayin Vester. Kayin is being escorted by his parents, Mashima and Daryl Boley, along with his sister, Adeline. Kayin plans to attend Grambling State University, where he will major in kinesiology and play in the Grambling band. Kayin would like to thank God, his family, and his friends for their love and support throughout his high school years. Kaylin's favorite memory is when the band performed at the Superdome while watching the Panthers win the state championship. Our next senior is Maxwell Brumfield. Max is being escorted by his parents, Monique and Byron Brumfield, along with his sisters, Landry and Bailey. After graduation, Max plans to attend ULM and major in dentistry. Max would like to thank his loving parents who have supported him throughout his journey. Without their support, he would not be where he is today. Some words of wisdom from Max. Always be the best version of yourself. Our next senior is Devin Cooper. Devin is being escorted by his mother, Monique Cooper. After graduation, Devin plans to pursue an education in information technology. Devin gives thanks to God, his parents, family, and friends for their opportunities, as well as their love and support. He extends gratitude to his coaches and teachers for the life lessons learned. Devin's favorite memory is watching Coach Glenn break it down after beating Carroll. Our next senior is Tanner Huckabee. Tanner is being escorted by his parents, Amy and Terry Huckabee. Tanner plans to continue pursuing a career in welding while attending Delta Community College. Tanner would like to thank God for guiding him down the right path and accompanying him through the difficult times. His parents and grandparents and Carly for their love and support. Tanner's words of wisdom are, don't live a life with what ifs. Live a fulfilling life and let hope be your guide. Our next senior is Tucker Huckabee. Tucker is being escorted by his parents, Amy and Terry Huckabee. Tucker plans to attend college at ULM, majoring in ecology. Tucker would like to thank his parents for their support, his grandparents for their love, and the Boy Scouts for the experiences and skills learned. Band directors Ms. McAllister and Mr. Mejia. Science teachers Ms. McHenry and Ms. Anders, along with Joseph Murphy and numerous friends for their support and influence. Our next senior is Tyler Kelly. Tyler is being escorted by his parents, Ashley and Kevin Kelly, and his sister, Tori. After graduation, Tyler plans to attend trade school to become certified in welding. Tyler extends his thanks to his family and friends for their love and support. His fondest memories are hanging out with his friends and going to all of the football games. Next, we recognize senior band member Emma Lilly. Emma is being escorted by her mother, Jennifer Lilly, and her mama, Linda Adcox. After graduation, Emma plans to attend ULM majoring in nursing while playing in the ULM Sound of Today marching band. Emma would like to thank Mr. Mejia for challenging her to be her very best and giving her courage to pursue her dream of playing in the ULM Sound of Today. She has made lifelong friends in the Panther Pride band and will forever cherish the memories made. Our next senior is Joshua Murphy. Josh is being escorted by his parents, Christine and John Murphy. After graduation, Josh plans to attend Notre Dame and major in neuroscience. Josh would like to thank his family, especially his parents and sister, for supporting him in his interest and giving credit to his friends for making high school just a bit more fun. Josh leaves these words of encouragement. You've never truly failed until you've given up, so keep on trying. Our next senior is Annias Pichon. Annias is being escorted by parents Takesha DeBurr, Armand Pichon, and Jasmine William. Annias plans to attend Louisiana Tech, majoring in business administration and finance. Annias wants to thank her parents for helping her through the hard years and her friends for their support through all of her moods. Annias leaves words to her fellow band members. The Panther Pride band will always be on top. Our last band senior is Tucker Richard. Tucker is being escorted by his parents, Jennifer and Chad Gregory, Bobby Richard, and Darla Grice. After graduation, Tucker plans to attend Louisiana Tech and major in industrial engineering. Tucker would like to thank his parents and friends for their love and support. His favorite memories are attending the Panther football games and hanging out with his friends. And our last band senior and drum major, Mallerie Talbert. Mallerie is being escorted by her parents, Matt and Melody Talbert. After graduation, Mallerie plans to attend Louisiana Tech, majoring in health informatics and information management. Mallerie would like to thank God for her opportunities, her parents for their support, and her little brother and best friends, John, and lastly, Miss Lynn Anders for her daily encouragement to be the best. We would like to now recognize our senior members of sports medicine. Our first sports medicine senior is Bruin Foster. Brewer's being escorted by her parents, Becky and Coach Larry Foster, with her brother, Ram. After graduation, Bruin plans to attend Louisiana Tech and major in architecture. Bruin would like to extend her gratitude to her parents for their love and support and the Sport Med girls who became family. Bruin gives a special thanks to her dad, who displays passion, faith, and determination in all that he does. In doing so, he has inspired Bruin to be better, work harder, and hope to be the half the leader he is. Bruin's favorite memory is finding and caring for their dumpster kittens. Our next senior is Ella Henry. Ella is being escorted by her parents, Jody and Mike Henry. After graduation, Ella plans to attend ULM and major in radiology or kinesiology. Ella would like to thank Anna, the coaches, and sports med girls for making these past 2 years nothing short of amazing. She thanks her parents for their encouragement, as well as the rest of her family for their love and support. Ella's favorite memory was working her first football game. Our final sports med senior is Ava Price. Ava is being escorted by her parents, Jennifer and York Shepard, and Marcus and Jenny Price, along with her siblings, Hank, Hannah, Trey, Blake, and Knox. After graduation, Ava plans to attend Louisiana Tech as an animal science major. Ava would like to thank her parents for their encouragement and support. She thanks the football team, coaches, and trainer, Anna Wigley, the past 4 years and lifelong memories. Ava's favorite memories are the sports med Bible studies and team bonding activities.
Well, good evening, Panther fans. And as Chris said a moment ago, welcome to Panther Stadium, now home of Dell Ashley Field, here tonight for the first week of the season as we get things going. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our premier sponsor, McDonald's, and our game sponsor, Louisiana Launchpad. So excited to be here, William, after a wet couple of days. The rain has kind of cleared for the moment. Sunshine's kind of peeking out over there. and looks like a great night for football.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great night. Temperature is just right, and, being turf, that's going to be a non-factor. We're not having to have a mud bowl out here. Some of the South Louisiana teams are going to have to face, but kind of an exciting game tonight. Get to see some new faces here. Tioga comes up, Class 4A, and playing out of District 2. And so I believe this is the first time, Ben, that we've ever met,
As far as I know,
on the gridiron. So, of course, that's going to be an interesting district. We were talking about that before we went on the air. Boseman moves into that district. Of course, they'll join Franklin Parish that was already in the district. And you have West Washita moving in the district as well. And you have holdovers Peabody. And I believe the last one was Grant.
Grant,
so,
that's correct.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting district for sure. And you got to think Tioga is going to be in the mix. They finished second last year to Neville, with a 3-1 record in district. And I believe we were looking, they went maybe second round in the playoffs last year, 8-3.
Yeah, and in that district, of course, West Washita probably glad to get out of that 5A district they were in and get to get out in there and feel like they can, rub shoulders there, which, they did the best they could in 2-5A, but when you're playing with West Monroe, Ruston, now Neville, that was a lot. So now kind of back in there for them. And so, yeah, but Tioga brings in an interesting squad. Like you said, we've not seen very much of them. Watched some film this week, and we'll just see what the night holds.
Yeah.
And we'll talk some more about them as we get close to kickoff. But, Will, let's go back to last week. The Panthers we traveled down to Ash for a jamboree, and, just really was a tough night for Panther fans and especially the players and coaches.
Well, it was, but it's kind of like you said during the game. Tonight, everybody's 0-0, but when you look at Ash, you really have to look at Coach Thomas Bachman. He's a veteran coach, comes from a coaching family, and he has a reputation for putting some really great offenses on the field. And I think we saw that.
Absolutely.
Ash runs the spread, and not only the spread, it's an up-tempo, no-huddle offense, and it really gives your defense no time to send substitutions in or try to adjust for much of anything. So, if you can't stop them from moving those chains, they'll just walk it down the field. And that's pretty much what we saw. And that really, it didn't surprise me. But, hey, when we look at the fact that we've got 7 new starters on the defensive side of the ball, you can kind of understand where that came from.
Absolutely. Well, and we talked about early on in the season, even coming to the end of last season, that, this year really was going to take some time to kind of figure out where everybody fits. I think even tonight, when we go over starting lineups a few moments, there's some new folks kind of in some new places, and jamborees are for that. I've heard several coaches this week call them glorified scrimmages, which is really what they are. It's just the clock's running, the officials are there, but it's just trying to figure out where you're at, who your guys are. And I think really you're going to see some discovery for these Panthers over the next few weeks, just figuring out, hey, who's going to be able to carry the water for us, and who are those guys? Yeah,
and I think you have to look at that on both sides of the ball too, because we probably have about 6 new starters on the offensive side of the ball, depending on what formation we're in,
That's right.
Of course. But and Coach Doty will tell you it may take 3-4 weeks for them to really figure out where the best fit is for certain players. And when you look at the offensive side, we've got 2 new tackles, but excited about the guys we have in those positions. But you still have, Whitlock played a lot last year.
Yep.
Drew Whitlock was a big time substitute on that line. And of course you have David Roach coming in along with Michael Boseman. They're repeats, but we're going to discover more about the offensive line as well. And then, the thing about it, as you said, Dallas Rager from years past didn't show up as a running back until about week 4 at Calvary. And that was because we had to have someone. So Coach Doty will tell you, I don't get it right the first week. It may take us a while, but when we got that many substitutions, it may take a little while for this team to gel.
Yeah. Well, and even going back and looking at last week's film, I went back and looked just a little bit. Offensively with the dudes that Ash had, and there were some mismatches, and they were able to take. But really, you kind of got behind the 8 ball. I mean, you give up the opening kickoff, and so a little bit of shell shock there. Which I talked to RJ and to Coach Doty both, and they made the joke. We intended to kick it to the LSU commit, and Lindsey was as good as advertised. And in fact, Jake Martin told me probably the best back we'll see this year. And so some of that was at play. And then but offensively, I went back and looked. I think you saw us just testing some things out. Young quarterback with J-Rob Breen trying to get things kind of figured out. So we threw the ball a little bit, testing some things out, and really had some good drives and had a couple turnovers that really kind of cut our legs out from under us. So if you start cleaning those things up, I'm not saying that we dominate the jamboree or even win the jamboree, but it's not as bad as the score indicates because you just had some young miscues.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point you brought up. Ben, about that. If you actually watch the game and watch what happened, there were some really good things in that game to look at. And let's look at J-Rob Breen. I thought some of the decisions he made with the ball were really good decisions, and with the Veer offense, it's an option offense, and you have to really take into account your reads. And I thought he did a really nice job there. And, we had the one pass play that it just is a timing deal, and touch is when you had Hagen Herring coming on the backside down that far sideline, and J-Rob, very poised, stopped, launches the ball, overthrew him 3 or 4 yards. But I like the fact that he was really – he had pressure coming, and he stood there and let it come and delivered the ball. So, I think there's some really good things there. In the receiving core, I think we're going to see some somebody's going to step up eventually. And I just, I did like what I saw, and there's things to build on. And I promise you, Coach Doty, people say he's hard-nosed and he's looking at the bad thing. No, he looks at the good things. Hey, here's where we are today. Let's be better tomorrow than we are today, and move forward. And so I've always liked the attitude of this coaching staff and how they take these kids. And, by the middle of the season, they're going to look a lot different than they did in that jamboree.
Yeah, I think I've heard multiple coaches this week say, hey, we're not playing for the first 3 weeks of the season. We're playing – we always want to win. But we're playing for the back end. You want to be as good as you can be week 8, 9, 10, and on. And so I heard Larry Foster told somebody today, hey, look, even with our offensive line, we're good right now. But he's really excited about this young group going forward and kind of the way that they're going to be able to gel together and begin to work together going forward. And he thinks they're going to be really, really good by the time we get to the end of the season.
I think they will. And you give Larry Foster motivated guys to have ability, and he will have a very formidable offensive line there to run that offense behind, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. And let's go back. It's retro night tonight, and I really should have pulled out some of my old Panther Paw shirts if I'd have thought about it. But going retro, it kind of goes back to what you said. I look at those 16 and 18 seasons when we did make that run to the Dome. And I'm not telling fans, hey, you better get your tickets ready for the Dome. We're there. We're going to be the number 1 seed. Hey, it's very possible because 16 – we were struggling with the offense to start the season, and mid-season we really cranked it up a notch. Now Carson Clowers was injured early on.
I remember that.
Yeah, he had a little shoulder injury, but by the time we got to the meaty games, district and in the playoffs, man, we were just on a roll. And in 18, I tell you, those first 5 weeks were. There were some tough things to watch in there, but the funny thing about it, when you looked at the starting group week 1 versus the starting group in week 5, you had some substitutions in there, and boy, they gelled. And when they did, it was just a roll at that point.
Absolutely.
So anyway, your point is well taken there.
Well, look, let's get these starting lineups in there, and we'll get you some of these new names and new folks in. And I talked to both coaching staffs, defense and offense, and going to see a lot of guys rolling in. So fans, we'll do our best to kind of keep up with that. But based on what Tioga does offensively and defensively, you're going to see some things changing and shifting. So we'll try to get you who's getting in the game. But here's the starting lineups brought to you by Waste Connections. And let's start with the defense this week, William, and then we'll go offense second.
All right, at defensive end, number 3, Jaden Hall. At the other defensive end, number 11, Aiden Lingefeld. At the defensive tackle, number 10, Grayson Gilmore. And at defensive tackle, number 93, Blake Franklin. At linebacker, number 47, Drew Voker. At other outside linebacker, T.J. Birch, number 6. And in the middle, number 23, Trey Birch. At corners, you have number 5, Travis Adams. At the other corner, number 9, Sam Frazier. Strong safety, you have number 14, Hagen Herring. And at free safety, number 4, David Hickman.
And for your Panther offense, let's get that offensive line anchored in the middle by number 56, Michael Boseman. The guards tonight, number 78, David Roach. And number 55, Drew Whitlock. The tackle, number 76, Nathan Riordan. And you're also going to see the other tackle, 2 guys kind of competing for that starting spot. They're going to rotate series. Number 62, Gideon Ashley. And number 69, Dawson Ferguson. Your tight end, number 83, Shawn McNair. Wide receivers, number 18, Noah Crane. And number 5, Travis Adams. The fullback, number 22, Gavin Evans. And the tailback, number 24, Hagen Herring. And the quarterback, number 7, J-Rob Breen. Calling the signals tonight. Of course, our kicker punter will be number 12, Aiden Parker. Those starting lineups brought to you by Waste Connections. Looks like both teams are kind of getting ready to come out on the field. And so, William, final thoughts, and then we're going to take a break, and National Anthem prayer will take place, and then we'll get set for week 1 of Panther football here at Panther Stadium and Dale Ashley Field. Will, we talked about Tioga and just the spread offense. Really don't know a lot about them. Haven't had a lot of common opponents. Neville probably is one of the only common opponents that we've shared over the last few years, and really we've seen Neville only in jamboree action. To this year will be the first year that we've seen them in a full 4-quarter game. Of course, familiar with them being from Monroe, but really not a lot to say about Tioga as far as just what we can expect.
Yeah, there was really no cross play that you can really find. One of the teams that we scrimmaged in the Bayou Jam a few years back, Gina. Gina handled them fairly well. Of course, from year to year, Gina is generally the guy. They are the 3A guy down there, but that's been so long back. It's really hard to know exactly what we're going to see with this Tioga team. I really don't know. We played Franklin Parish a few times, but they are much improved from where they were.
Yeah.
They really seem to have things going down there. But I'm like you, Ben. It's going to be interesting to see Adrian Burnett is down there now.
Yeah.
I was trying to get Coach Burnett in there.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to be very interested to see Tioga. I've always seen them in the stats, but recaps, but not much to say.
Well, and really, I was looking at their lineup, and we're not going to don't go through their whole lineup, but just some names you'll hear tonight. The quarterback is a junior, Case Malone. Really is a well-rounded quarterback, can run a little bit, throws the ball really well, but he's aided by one of. And this is the report I saw on him. One of the best receivers in the state is their junior number 1, Kervin Johnson. Just a big-bodied kid, can move real well. And then, fans, you're going to hear us say tonight for Tioga, they have a running back named Travis Adams.
Yeah.
That will not be a mispronunciation.
Yes.
That is their running back. And so those are some names that you'll hear. Their offensive line is really senior-laden. The center is the only one that's not a senior. Everybody else is. And so a lot of experience on there. And then defensively, just a really good-looking unit. And we're not sure whether we're going to see a 4-man front or a 5-man front. I would anticipate with what we do, 5-man front is the thing that we'll see. But as the game gets underway, we'll see how all that plays out. Tioga's made their way to their sideline. Panthers have made their way. And we'll get set for kickoff and the coin toss and the kickoff in just a few moments. We'll pause now for the prayer national anthem and be back with Panther football in just a few moments.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Thanks, Coach Doty.
Hi, I'm Ashley Dowdy with Homeland Bank. We believe that investing in our schools and local teams means investing in our future. We're committed to creating endless possibilities both on and off the field. Together we can build a brighter tomorrow.
Homeland Bank and the Sterlington Panthers. Together we can build a winning team. Where's your money?
Homeland Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Down in the bayou where the waters flow, Louisiana Launchpad puts on a show. Digital marketing, their expertise, bringing southern grit to the online seas. Web design, video production too, they do it all just for you. Come on down and join the fun. Louisiana Launchpad, second to none. Google Ads, podcast production, they'll take your brand to a whole new function. Southern charm with a digital twist. Louisiana Launchpad, you can't resist.
Well, Panther fans, we're back. Prayer and national anthem is in the books, and now we will await the team captains to make their way out to the big S for the coin toss. Team captains tonight for your Panthers will be number 10, Grayson Gilmore, number 78, David Roach, and number 5, Travis Adams. For Tioga, looks like it'll be I believe that's number 20. I'll get you these names in just a moment. Number 20, Ryan Reeves. Number 64, Jaden Hager. And number 2, Travis Adams. I'll just let the Travises call it.
Yeah.
No paper, rock, scissors there.
That's actually a good suggestion there. You know, when I first saw that, I thought you had a typo on our cheat sheet there.
I may. It's very possible.
No, the Travis Adams typo.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Yeah, big night here at Sterlington. At halftime, we will be officially naming the field after Coach Dell Ashley. Of course, he's here with his family, got grandkids on the team, and two down at the junior high level. And actually, that's 3 at the junior high level, a couple in the elementary school. And so he's still got lots of folks to come through here. But tonight's an exciting night for the family, for the community, as this field becomes officially Dell Ashley Field. And we'll talk some more about his legacy here at Sterlington all the way back to 1996. And William, I was thinking, you talking about, vintage Sterlington. You brought up the paw print, but vintage Sterlington looks a whole lot like Tioga with that red. You got to go way back to find some folks around here that even own some red anymore.
Yeah, it was red, white, and blue.
It was.
Yeah, and we had the S on the side of the helmet for a while, and went to the paw print, and then Coach Doty, he likes those claw marks. I do too. It really looks sharp, But yeah, back in the day, you're right. It was a red, white, and blue attack.
All right. Looks like Panthers will get set to kick it away. Tioga will will send out the kick return unit. Looks like they'll drop back. Number 2, Travis Adams will be back deep for the Indians. First quarter tonight brought to you by Homeland Bank. Where's your money? Of course, again, I want to recognize our premier sponsor, McDonald's, and our game sponsor, Louisiana Launchpad. And then, William, you and I enjoyed some ribs that were brought to us by Shawn Green. Your grass is always greener when you hire the Shawn Green team. Appreciate Shooter Shaw and his sponsorship of the press box this season and his love for Panther football. He's one of those vintage guys that wore red.
Well, I tell you, he's got some good ribs.
Aiden Parker gets set to kick it away. Nice high kick. Going to come down right about the 6. Adams will take it there, trying to find his way upfield. And Panthers will do a great job on coverage there, taking down the 16-yard line.
Host of Panthers there to make the stop. Good to see those guys getting down there. Looks like Stephen English was the first one to get there. Then had a couple more Panthers come in and make that stop. Adams got the ball out to the 16-yard line.
That kick brought to you by Aiden Parker and his partnership with Kicks for Child Cancer Research. To learn more, visit alexlemonade.com and search for Aiden Parker. Tioga comes out in that spread offense. 2 receivers out wide, 2 receivers set close. Malone gets them set. That'll be Adams to his left in the backfield. Adams now walks up. Panthers showing pressure. Malone drops back, looking for a man across the middle and overthrows him incomplete.
Had that inside slot receiver on the left, taking a slant route, tried to find that dead space between the Panthers. Just overthrew him a bit. Ball comes back to the 17-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 10.
2 receivers in H-back near side. Malone and Adams in the backfield, 1 receiver out to the far side. There's a snap, be a give. Jaden Hall was there. Makes him stutter, and that'll be a loss on the play.
Yeah, that was a great play by Jaden Hall. Came off that defensive end, caught Adams in the backfield, and brought him down. That was a nice play by Jaden Hall getting into the backfield before he could develop anything. Sets up a 3rd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss.
Tioga goes with the same formation again. This time, Adams to the right of Malone in the backfield. There's a snap. Drop back, looking for a man. Got number 1 behind the defense and overthrows him incomplete. Panthers catch a break there, and it'll be 4th down. This 4th down brought to you by Sterlington Rehab.
Tried to hit the long shot down the field, and you can absolutely see that Johnson's got the speed. Our Travis Adams was in pursuit, And had got a little separation on him, but the pass was overthrown. Tioga Indians are out to punt this ball to the Panthers. I believe that's David Hickman dropped back for the punt.
Hickman will stand at the Tioga 45-yard line. There's the snap. Handled. Almost blocked. Might have got a piece of it. Oh, hits a Panther, but he recovers it immediately at the 27-yard line. Great field position here for these Panthers.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play. As you well know, if they get hit, I believe that was Noah Crane. Ball hit him, and he had the presence of mind to jump on it. It kind of rolled away from him, but he was able to get on the ball. Results in great field position for the Panthers. Aiden Lingefeld was the one applying the pressure to the punter. He may have got a piece of it. They have it first down and 10 on the Indian 27-yard line.
I formation for the Panthers. One receiver to each side. Breen gets them set. Now goes under. There's a snap. Quick give straight ahead. And we're going to have a stoppage in play.
There was some movement on that
early
left
movement on
side.
Sterlington, I believe.
I believe it was too. Of course, Tioga came pretty fast. I don't know. We'll see who has a penalty on this one.
Will be against Sterlington. Back them up 5 yards. Be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15. One thing Coach Doty preached even this afternoon to those guys was got to minimize and avoid pre-snap penalties if we can. Now we go too tight. Chris Pearson checks in at the other tight end. There's a snap. I believe we have another stoppage. And that's going to be
I believe it's another false start.
It looks like it. Back-to-back false start penalties is going to put the Panthers 1st and 20. You know, that's 10 yards the wrong direction.
That is. You start at 27. We're back to the 37-yard line with a 1st and 20. Yeah, Coach Doty is not going to be real happy with that.
Two tight I formation, one receiver set to the near side. Evans and Herring behind Breen. There's a toss back to Herring, trying to find some room. He'll get up to the 35, and that's going to be it.
Picked up about 2 yards on that carry. They tried to come around that left end. Tioga flowed to the ball very well. Was able to stop Herring at the 35-yard line, so the Panthers are looking at a 2nd down and 17.
Travis, the lone receiver, splits out wide to the far side. J-Rob lets everybody get set. There's a snap. This time he's going to keep it. Now pitch it back to Herring, trying to find the outside. He's going to gain about a yard. Nice job there. The open field tackle, but I believe we have a flag on the play.
Should be a face mask.
They don't call horse collar, I believe.
Yes.
Will be a horse collar tackle.
Anytime you see a back jerk back that way, it's either going to be face mask or horse collar, and they really enforce that horse collar hard these days. I mean, Ben, we've seen it where you grab a player from the back and they roll up on their knees. You can destroy a knee.
Absolutely.
Doing that, so they make a point of emphasis of that. That brings the ball down to the 19-yard line. The Indians 2nd down and 2.
Now we go receivers set to each side. J-Rob keeches again. Now pitches it back to Herring. And a little hesitation there, giving that defense time to cover the pitch well. It will bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like it was almost held it in Evans's stomach a little longer, and it did allow that defense to flow, and they were able to catch Herring for no gain. This will be 3rd down and 2. Again, the ball is on the 19 of the Indians.
One receiver set to each side, the eye behind Breen. Breen now gets them set. There's a snap, toss back to Herring near side, trying to find some room. He's going to keep rolling all the way down to the 10-yard line, and that'll be a Downs Law Firm. 1st down for the Panthers.
Got a good block up front from Evans. Looked like Whitlock. I think they're over on Riordan's side, but credit to Herring. He was able to get into the initial hole and then spun it, picked up another 2 or 3 yards. So a lot of what we saw from him last year. Got it to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10.
I formation, 2 receivers now to the far side. Counter give to that right side, trying to find some room. Herring runs through 1 tackle, and he's still fighting his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Boy, that was just a nice job of keeping his head up. Tell you who had the key blocks on that. Dawson Ferguson came in from his tackle position, was able to seal off to the inside. Travis Adams actually was able to block to the outside, had a running lane there for Herring. What resistance he met, he was able to fight his way through that and punch that in for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker comes on to attempt the PAT. This PAT brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Everybody gets set. There's a snap and a kick. Kick is up, and it is good. With 8:54 remaining first quarter, Panthers 7, Indians nothing. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Panther fans, we're back. Aiden Parker gets set to kick it away. This kickoff brought to you by Aiden Parker and his Kicks for Child Cancer Research. To learn more, visit alexlemonade.com and search for Aiden Parker. Aiden makes his approach. Another nice high kick. Drives Adams back to about his 3-yard line. He'll take it there, trying to find some room upfield. Panthers give great pursuit again, and this time going to get him about the 12-yard line.
Man, that's it. These young guys are really showing out tonight. That's Cam Bagwell, number 16, and Cade Hollingsworth, number 17. They were on Adams immediately for the big stop.
Will you give us that drive summary real quick?
I'd be glad to give you that drive summary. It's a little bit of a short field, but, man, it was a great way to start that drive. So we had 4 plays, 27 yards, 2:11 off the clock, 11-yard touchdown run by Herring.
All right, that Tioga offense comes out again. Panther defense gets set. 2 receivers near side. H-back also set to the near side. Tailback to the right of Malone. 1 receiver out wide to the far side. There's a snap. Going to be a give straight ahead. That's Adams. He'll find a little room up to about the 17. And it'll be 2nd down.
T.J. Birch was there to make the initial contact. Wrapped him up low. Brought him down. Adams was able to pick up 5 yards on that carry. The ball is on the 17 of the Indians. 2nd down and 5.
Same formation again for Tioga. There's a snap. Going to be a play action pass. Reeves out in the flat, and he's going to go down. They're going to give him the 21. I'm not so sure he didn't hit the 19, but I'm not down there, so 21. And that'll bring up a Benoit Ford. 3rd down for this Panther defense.
Looked like he was trying to cut it back up inside. Footing went out from under him. Adams was there to make sure he didn't get any farther. Sets up a 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 21 of the Indians.
Flip the formation this time. Now bring the H-back over to the near side. Malone takes it. There's the snap. Looking to get upfield. He'll have enough for a Tioga 1st down. Up around the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he was able to push it ahead to get past the sticks. Number 23, Trey Birch, was there to gingerly meet him and drive him back, but not before he picked up the 1st down. The ball's at the 24 of the Indians.
2 receivers in the H-back set to the far side. Now Adams goes to the left of Malone in the formation. Panthers bring a little pressure. They're giving chase. Got a man in the flat. He makes the catch. And then we'll be cut down there by number 9, Sam Frazier.
Reeves took the pass, a little dump pass in the flats. Had some room to run, and a nice job of Frazier disengaging with his receiver, coming back and making the tackle. Picked up 7 yards on the reception. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Indians at their own 31.
Tioga gets set. There's a snap. Malone looking for a swing pass out on the flat, trying to find some room. He's up the far sideline. We're going to have a flag on the play. Not sure that they shouldn't have got that one a few yards back, but we will get a hold or a block in the back downfield. Should still be a Tioga first down, but that's going to bring it back.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. There was a hole around that 48-yard line of Tioga, and Herring came across and made the stop, but they're going to mark this off from where that flag was thrown, so you have 10 yards. Probably will it'll still result in a first down for the Indians. Ball will be placed at the Indians' 38-yard line.
So it will be a first down for Tioga. They'll get the chain set. Tioga will now send receivers to each side. H-back and the tight end checking into the ball game. Adams to the left of Malone. Malone calls for it. There's a snap. Looking for the quick pass out to Johnson. He'll make the catch up at the 43-yard line. And looks like we may have illegal hands to the face. I'm judging that because that man's helmet came off.
Oh, yeah. Look, Grayson Gilmore is out there without a helmet on, pumping the crowd up. So, yeah, it looks like we have a personal foul coming up or illegal hands to the face. The flag is thrown right there where that happens.
Legal use of the hands. That'll back the Indians up. And typically, if your helmet comes off, you have to come out for one play. But because it was due to the penalty, Gilmore checks back in.
Yeah, otherwise, man, you just
do it every time.
Yeah, they'd rip the star player's helmet off every time.
That'd been one way to tackle Trey Holly back in the day.
Oh, yeah, just rip that thing off and keep. Hey, on a critical third down, make sure the helmet
not hurt him. I'm just saying take his helmet off and then he's got to check out.
I understand where you're going there, okay?
I wanted to clarify. I didn't want anybody sending me messages later. I like Trey Holly. He's a good kid.
Yeah. First down at 20. The ball's at the 28 of the Indians.
Malone gets him set. There's a snap. Play action pass. Bagwell's got pressure. He knocks it out. Had a great chance. Had an interception, but is able to disrupt the throw, and that'll bring up.
That's going to bring up a second
down.
Third. No, it'll be third down. Third down and 20. Let's go back to Bagwell. He beat his blocker, just outran him to the outside and was able to get to Malone and really disrupted that. He was able to get the ball out, almost resulted in an interception. But nice job of Bagwell getting in there, getting to Malone. As we said, that sets up a, well,
it will be second down. It will be second down. They got the first down on the block in the back. And then the hands in the face was the very next play after.
That's correct. That's correct. So we are looking at a second down and 20. Again, the ball's at the 28 of the Indians.
Malone gets them set. Two receivers to the far side. H-back and a receiver set to the near side. The tailback again, Adams to the left of Malone. There's a snap. Play action pass again. Malone looking downfield, now taking a shot. Got really good coverage. A one-handed attempt, but Sam Frazier knocks it away. Nice use there at the end to finish it. And that'll bring up a Benoit Motors third down.
You got to really look at what Sam Frazier did there. We're seeing the maturation of him as a freshman. That might have been interference. He would have made a good play on it. But right there, he had his inside position. There was nowhere for that ball to go, but it had to be perfectly thrown, and it was. Angelo Shelton, number 10, the receiver, props to him. He got his hand on it and really looked like he's fixing to make a circus one-handed catch. But Sam Frazier stayed there with him. Great job of Frazier.
And we have reached the LHSAA water timeout. Of course, timeouts for us are brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. So they'll take the quick hydration timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back in 30 seconds.
The grass is always greener on the other side when you call the Shawn Green Team. For any weed control, fertilization, or aerating needs in your yard, trees, and shrubs. They'll sure enough make a difference at Shawn Green.
Panther fans, we're back here. 6 minutes left, first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0 here in the Homeland Bank first quarter of action. Be 3 receivers to the near side. Tight end close to the left. Eyes have got to be for the Panther defense on big number 1. Now Adams checks out and goes to the far side. Panther defense trying to get lined up. Little confusion. Malone trying to find some room. Now takes the shot. It's going to be picked off by number 5, Travis Adams. He's trying to get up that far sideline, and he'll be tackled right at the 27-yard line. And we've got a melee happening.
Boy, this is very bad.
Oh, there was punches thrown all over the place. Looked like Bagwell, to his credit, looked like he kept his cool as he was getting
pounded. Yeah,
we've got all kinds of flags on this one. There's flags over there. There's a flag back here at the 23. Coach Doty out there to defend his guys.
Yeah, and you notice there was a couple of Tioga coaches out there
Absolutely.
getting their players off.
Yes, they were not encouraging.
No, they were not encouraging. If they were trying to get them out of that, I don't know what caused that, but I was paying attention.
Yeah, we were watching where the ball was.
Yeah. So while we're sorting this out, great interception by Travis Adams. Our Travis Adams just played the ball. They had about 3 receivers going long just on a 9-route fly. And Travis Adams settled underneath that, took it over to the other side of the field, got it to the 29-yard line. Really the same effect as a punt for the Indians, but good job of Adams to get that ball. Now, right now, these referees are sorting this out. By the time I guess we looked at it, yeah, that was Bagwell, I believe. They had got his helmet off, and there was actual punches going at that point.
By LHSAA rules, there's going to be some guys that are not going to get to finish this ball game.
And
if they know which numbers will be, that'll be the kicker.
That should carry over to them. But I guess it'll be the first quarter of the next game.
So.
I think it's a full game. But as you said, I don't know how it's going to shake out. But Bagwell was not
I don't know what set it off.
I have no idea.
I will say, nice interception there by Travis Adams. Wait a minute, the only knock I would make on that is the last punt they had, we almost blocked. And so you gave them a much better punt than what they had.
Not being,
and that might have been their whole intention. Honest to goodness,
could have been. But let me say this:
you always
when Ben was in that red, white, and blue in the Panther uniform, if that ball came back there and you saw it coming, you'd say, "This is my shot.
Look,
I'm going to house this thing,
back
man."
In the 90s, nobody ran this spread offense, and I know in the 80s they didn't.
No, well, I'm going to tell you, at Prairie View they had the run and shoot, was the boy. I'll tell you what,
there you go.
That was the predecessor to the spread. Anyway,
this is going to take a little while. They're huddled up, got the pens and pencils out, and
and let me go back to say this again. We mentioned the coaches out there. The Tioga coaches were on the field very quick, and they started grabbing their guys, slinging them off the pile. You could tell they were not wanting any of this for sure. And Coach Doty went out there to make sure everything was straightened out.
White hat gets everybody kind of settled. Well, I thought we were ready.
Well, hopefully our man on the sideline, Chris Sturdivant, will be able to text us what all happens here.
Be a holding against Tioga. That's the flag that was the 24. That'll be declined after the play. Personal foul. Blindside block against us. And then a personal foul against Tioga and Sterlington. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Tioga. I'm confused. That's a lot of – it's like he's doing YMCA out there right now.
Yeah, some of those would cancel that.
Yeah, he's saying things, but we can't hear anything that he's saying.
Well, if they're calling a blindside block on us, that'd be a post-possession.
Yes, absolutely. Sterlington will have the ball when we come out of this.
Ball. That's correct. The hole was declined. The blindside block would be a post-possession, and then all those others wipe themselves out. Now, that does not – I don't know if there's any ejections for that.
anytime a punch, now what can happen, the LHSA can review the film and can issue suspensions following the game. If the referees are unsure, and I get that. There was a lot happening there on that play. At that point, you're really just trying to separate the players and get everybody where they go.
Yeah, and that's probably what would happen in this case.
But, I'm no detective, William. But if a coach has to take a player and throw him back like we saw their coach do, that kid's probably one of the ones that was throwing punches. I'm just going on a limb. I watched CSI and NCIS and all those shows. That would be my first indication of evidence.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I didn't have to watch that. I've been to enough Sterlington games where there'd be a melee on the field, and when you see one of our guys start running that way, big David Jansen, I've seen him jerk some of the biggest guys on the field back. So anyway, they're going to make sure that they don't get thrown out.
Yeah. And fans, if you've got folks in the stands like, hey, what are Ben and William saying? We hear what they hear, and there's no microphone for the official, so we have to interpret the hand motions and things. And looks like, based on the conversation going on the far sideline, there may be some folks that will not get to finish this ball game.
You kind of think that's probably what the case is. Now, you did see him come talk to Coach Doty at first. Coach Mark Sims didn't seem too happy with some of that. I don't know. But they are talking to the Tioga coaches now, and you would think that might have been some ejections. And I was hoping that Chris Sterlington may be able to provide some insight as to what happened down there. But all that being said, the Panthers take this ball over after the Travis Adams
interception. I don't know what we're doing. There's no official set. The White Hat's back here at the 24-yard line.
Well,
we're not going to run a play without the White Hat. He's way back down the field. That Panther offense came out ready to roll, but you can't go until you have all your guys in the stripes where they belong. So 5:49 remaining first quarter. Again, first quarter brought to you by Homeland Bank. Panther offense will get set. Looks like we'll have a little discussion about, hey, let's just play football and roll from here. All right, White Hat gets set. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball will be at the Panther 31-yard line. Will be 2 receivers set to the near side. Breen goes under. There's the snap. Counter give to the near side. Herring trying to find some room. He'll run through one tackle, get a nice run up to about the 37-yard line, 2nd down.
Got a nice crease opened up for him on that left side. Herring took it, planted that foot, and went straight up the field. Picked up 6 yards on that carry. The ball is on the 37-yard line of the Panthers. Be 2nd down and 4.
Panther fans, I want to give a special shout out to our driving up the score sponsor, Sparks Nissan Kia. 2 receivers near side for the Panthers again. Breen changing the play, making his checks. Evans and Herring behind him. There's a snap. Toss back to Herring, far side, trying to find some room. Put his head down. He'll gain about a yard. Just not much there on the edge right now, William.
Certainly not. Looked like he had an opportunity to break that loose, but corner came up and was able to undercut him. Picked up no yardage on that carry. Going to be 3rd down. Well, picked up a yard. Let's call that 3rd down and 3. Ball's at the 38 of the Panthers.
Looks like we're going to have our first Panther timeout of the night. Timeout brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. Also, I forgot a moment ago, I want to mention on that Travis Adams interception, there was so much happening, William. I forgot our turnover sponsor, David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
So if you're ready to turn over your house into a new one, call David Bryant.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. They're going to put you on writing the jingles.
Thank you very much. I can come up with some stuff on the fly. I don't know if it's all good or not. If David Bryant likes that, I'll be glad to do an ad for
you
him.
And I know that we've got enough people listening to us that will come tell us if it doesn't sound good.
The texts start hitting the phone immediately.
Yep.
What does that mean?
And just remember, if it's something Goofy said, most likely it was William.
Oh, no, you're the one that says things that they say.
No, I don't do that anymore. I gave up don't give me any more song lyrics. I ain't working them in.
Yeah. Somebody, you said some song lyrics, and
that was Frank Valanzano. Pastor Frank Valanzano got me in trouble on that one.
Yeah, well, that one kind of backfired on you.
Well, there's some disagreement on the meaning.
Yeah,
I looked it up again this week, and I'm still not convinced that I was in the wrong. But
just let it mean what you want to. Yeah, hey, look, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, man.
That tends to be the way people use the English language nowadays.
Yeah, really.
2 receivers near side. Panther offense gets set. 3rd down and 3. There's a snap. Be a counter give to Herring, and he'll have enough for the Panther first down. That first down brought to you by the Downs Law Firm.
Yeah, boy, that left side really cleared out. I believe that was behind Riordan, and number 62, Gideon Ashley, got down there and made a great block downfield. Was able to pick up that first down. Got the ball to the 47 of the Panthers. Be first down and 10.
Receivers now set to each side. That's Adams and Crane out wide. Breen gets set. There's a snap. Give straight ahead to Gavin. They're going to mark him down about the 49, be a gain of 2. 2nd down.
Took that one right up behind Whitlock and Boseman. Looked like he picked up more yards than that. 2 yards on that carry.
This official came in quick. I don't know if the knee went down. He saw a knee go down, but he came pretty quick and pulled the ball back about 1.5 yards. 2 receivers near side. There's a snap. Counter give again to Herring. Following his blockers, gain about 3, bring up about a 3rd down, and let's call it 5.
Yeah, a little counter block. Herring fell in behind there, got that extra 3 yards. So we're looking at 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. It's on the 48 of the Indians, 3:18 clock running in this first quarter. Panthers up 7-0.
Panther offense gets set again. 2 receivers to the far side. Little freeze play. Now J-Rob looks over. Gets his check. Gives his line the call. There's the snap. Counter give to that right side. Herring puts his head down. He's going to get to about the 44.
Going to get it just, well, it's right on the 45.
Yeah, 4th down and 2.
Yeah, he had a good block again from Gideon Ashley leading him. Right now, Herring's doing a fine job of getting in behind his blockers. He runs in there so fast, a lot of times he doesn't set up a block.
Yeah.
So 4th down and 2 for the Panthers at the 45 of the Indians.
Panthers do go too tight. Little power I formation. There's a snap. Give to Evans, and he'll have plenty for a Downs Law Firm. First down up to the 38-yard line in Tioga territory.
Man, that was just some good blocking up front. Got that crease open for Evans, and we know how hard he runs, high knees. He's going to get those tough yards in between the tackles. Looks like we got McNair coming out.
He got rolled up on maybe, but gets off the field under his own power. Anna will look at him real quick, hopefully get him back pretty quick.
Hey, she's like a triage down there. She'll get him back on the field as quick as she can. First down and 10 for the Panthers at the 38.
I formation. There's a snap. Give us to Gav. He'll get up close to the third. I'll call it 36. Be a gain of 2. 2nd down.
We don't get to talk a lot about those guys in the middle because you don't see them, but David Roach, Michael Boseman, and Drew Whitlock, they do some dirty, nasty, funky work in the middle of that line. And, when you look at David Roach, he's a vocal leader, and he does it as an example on the field, too. 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers at the 36 of the Indians.
There's a snap. Breen gives it that time. Gav's going to take it, and he'll get all the way up to the 30. That's Gavin Evans up to the 30-yard line. Nice run. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Looked like that was kind of a questionable handoff there. At first, I thought the ball got loose, but Evans was able to get his hands wrapped around it, ran it up to the 30. 3rd down and 2 for the Panthers.
Adams is at an H-back position, 1 receiver to the far side. There's the snap. Counter give to that right side. Herring trying to find some room. And he will dive across from the Downs Law Firm. First down up to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he just put his head down and got that extra 2 yards, but nice blocking again up front with that offensive line. Cleared him a running lane. You said that ball's on the 26-yard line of the Indians. Be 1st down and 10. Panthers are probably going to let this clock run down. It's under 13 seconds. They looked at
they're going to break the huddle. I was with you, William. I thought they were going to let it go. It looks like they're going to break the huddle. 4 seconds on the clock. Breen gets them set. There's the snap. They will get a play off. Gavin Evans all the way up into the Rod Bush red zone. Another Downs Law Firm first down just inside the 16-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-0. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Hi, Will Shelby here at Sparks Kia. We know the thrill of the game extends beyond the field, so score big savings on a wide selection of new Kias, like the Telluride, Sportage, K5, and more. Don't wait for the final whistle. Head over to Sparks Kia today and take advantage of our game-changing prices. Visit us at 1100 Auto Mall Drive or shop SparksKia.com today. Sparks Kia, where hot deals start and your winning drive begins. Sparks Kia wishes Sterlington High School best of luck this season. Go Panthers!
Panther fans, we're back here as we begin the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. William, you and I were just talking about that first quarter. Really we started the night talking about vintage things. That was vintage Sterlington, just long, sustained drives. Now Panthers have it 1st and 10, deep in Tioga territory in the Ron Bush red zone with the ball at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, those between the tackle plays, that goes back to Coach Ashley's days, So, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. Ron Bush State Farm red zone for the Panthers. 2 receivers near side. There's a snap. Counter give to the near side. Herring trying to find some room. He'll get down to about the 9. Be a nice gain, 2nd down.
Once again, had that counter play. Gideon Ashley comes in the hole ahead of Herring. And right now that offensive line is clicking, getting those lanes open. 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers.
There's a snap. Give to Evans. He's still fighting. He'll push down almost to the 1-yard line.
He did a good job of keeping his feet under him, Ben. He got stood up there at one point, and I thought that was going to be it. And he just kept moving forward. He got it inside the 1-yard line. I'm going to say that ball is up. That's about on the 1-foot line, I would say.
Downs Law Firm first down, 1st and goal for the Panthers. 1 receiver near side, 1 to the far side. There's a snap. Breen just takes it, dives ahead. Touchdown, Panthers! That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street.
Not any better way to do it. You don't want to have that handoff to the fullback. You just take it. It was so close. It was about a foot from the goal line. He basically let Roach, Boseman, and Whitlock just clear that middle out, which they did. And J. Rob Breen dove over the goal line for the score.
This point after brought to you by Aiden Parker and his Kicks for Child Cancer Research. To learn more, visit alexslemonade.com and search for Aiden Parker. Everybody gets set. Breen to hold. There's a snap. Little high. Handled well. Ball is up. And it is good with 11:01 remaining second quarter. Panthers 14, Tioga 0. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Surge Entertainment second quarter. Panthers have extended their lead 14-0. 11:01 remaining here And, William, let's get that drive summary real quickly while they get everything set for the kickoff.
You got it, man. 14 plays, 69 yards, 6:39 off the clock, 1 yard touchdown run by J-Rob Breen. Classic Coke and classic Panthers. They go together.
Absolutely. Aiden drops back. This kickoff will be brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Everybody gets set. Aiden makes his approach. A nice high kick coming down right about the 4-yard line, taken there by Adams. He's trying to find a lane. And it will this time get up to about the 21, maybe 22, and it'll be first down for Tioga.
You know, that coverage team has done a great job tonight getting on that return man before he has much time to do anything. That time, Presley Park Smith got down there and laid the lumber and got help from his buddies, but they brought the ball out to the 23-yard line on that return where Tioga will have it first down and 10.
Tioga will send 4 receivers, 3 set in a bunch formation to the near side, 1 close to the far side. Malone and Adams in the backfield. There's the snap. Malone tosses now out to Adams, trying to find his way outside. He's going to find some room up across the 30 and be forced out of bounds at the 33-yard line by number 14, Hagen Herring.
Yeah, Hagen Herring was able to get that tackle, get him out of bounds. Tell you, Aiden Lingefeld, I mean, he didn't complain, but it sure looked like there was a little hook hole there to get him around the end. But the Indians were able to get it out to their own 33-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10.
Tioga sends in a new lineman. 1 receiver near side, 2 set to the far side. Number 4 goes in motion. Little speed sweep to that far side, trying to find some room. And he might gain a yard. And actually, they would say no gain on that. Second down. Nice job there by that Panther defense.
Yeah, they did a good job of containing him. They wanted to get him outside on that run. I believe that was
looked like TJ got up off the bottom of the pile, so he was in there somewhere.
I think Jaden Hall set the edge. That's what I was looking at. Jaden Hall really got there first and forced him up inside with Birch making the cleanup tackle. Second down at 10 for the Indians.
There's the snap. Malone rolls out to his right, looking for Reeves in the flat. He's got him. Now puts his head down, and he'll have enough for a Tioga first down, I believe, right at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, leaked him out into the flats. That would have been the linebacker's responsibility, I would think. And he got caught up in the wash a little bit, so to speak, and he was able to get out in the flats, took the ball up the field. I believe that was Herring again on that tackle. Got it out to the 45-yard line of the Indians, be first down and 10. 9:47 left in the quarter.
Quick pass out to number 19, Christian Isles. He'll make the catch. Be a gain of about 4, second down.
Yeah, looked like Hickman came up from safety position, made the initial contact. Had a little help there from Connor Justice as well, but not before they were able to pick up 4 yards on that reception. It's going to be second down and 6. The ball's on the 49 of the Indians.
2 receivers far side. H-back and a receiver to the near side. Malone takes it. Be a give to Adams up the middle. He'll find some room. Finally, will be taken down in Panther territory at the 41-yard line.
Sam Frazier was in there to undercut him, but not before he got into the secondary. Herring came in there to provide some assistance. Got it down to the 41 of the Panthers. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Indians.
Indians going to go a little bit of a hurry up here. Same formation again. There's the snap. Be a give to Adams up the middle. He'll gain about 3, second down.
I believe that was Connor Justice in there along with Gilmore. Indians hurry to the line. Think they watched that Ash film?
I would think so.
Second down and 7.
There's the snap. Malone drops back. He's looking for Isles now. We'll toss it out to the flat, and it'll be dropped. Second down. Nice coverage.
Yeah, nice job by Aiden Lingefeld. He saw that Adams had leaked out on that left side in the flats, kind of that relief valve. They were looking to hit a slant route down the field, and Malone tried to ease it out there to Adams. But Lingefeld was there. Had he made the catch, he would have been on top of him. Sets up a 3rd down and 7 with the ball at the 38 of the Indians. I mean the Panthers.
Benoit Motors 3rd down right here for that Panther defense. Malone getting them set. Number 7, Contavious Bates is the tailback now beside Malone. There's the snap. Play action pass. Panthers giving pressure. Out in the flats to Reeves. He'll make a one-man miss. He'll have a 1st down, and he's up across the 25-yard line.
Just a nice move by Reeves to avoid that first tackle. Was able to scoot up the sideline before they forced him out of bounds. Had pressure from Gilmore. Indians are going to hustle to the line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10.
Believe we'll have a timeout, Tioga. This timeout brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. We'll keep it here. William, you're exactly right. I think Tioga's found something they kind of like. This kind of the hurry up. Don't give that Panther defense time to kind of adjust and settle in. And so it kind of got the Panthers on their heels a little bit. Panthers got them to 3rd down right there, but of course they were able to find the little quick hitch. And it just didn't wrap up when the ball was made, and the guys able to score it through, pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and that was there was a little bit of missed tackleitis down there against Ash, if you want to call it that. Happened there too. But there's a difference between a no huddle and an up-tempo no huddle or a hurry-up offense.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially that's what Ash did last week. Is it was a no huddle, but it was an up-tempo no huddle. It wasn't like you go to the line, sit there and get the play call. No, they had the play ready. And we're seeing Tioga do a little bit of that right now.
Yeah.
So find a little success with it, and you can imagine they'll continue that until they stop it. So we're looking at 1st down and 10 for the Indians. That ball is on the 26-yard line of the Panthers. 8:15 left in the 2nd quarter. Panthers up 14-0.
2 receivers and H-back near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Adams checks back in the game beside Malone. There's a give straight ahead, little stutter step. He'll get across the 25 up to about the 22, maybe the 21. It'll be 2nd down.
Running into the teeth of that defense, Blake Franklin got up off the bottom of that pile, but I can promise you there was somebody named Birch in there. It'd be one of the two.
It's a pretty good guess.
Yes. 2nd down and 6.
There's a snap. Malone going to roll to his right, looking down, trying to find a man. They may say number 2 was in the vicinity, but it was pretty close to intentional grounding.
Yeah, it really was. Lingefeld was able to get the pressure and bring down Malone. He was able to get the ball out. You're very right, Ben. It almost looked like an intentional grounding, but
2 was close.
They'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. He had Reeves coming out in the flat again, but incomplete. Indians are looking at 3rd down and 6 at the Panther 23-yard line.
This 3rd down again brought to you by Benoit Motors. Malone gets them set. H-back and receiver to the far side. 2 receivers set to the near side. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Panthers bring a little pressure. Quick hitter out to Johnson. He'll make the catch, and enough for a Tioga 1st down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give Johnson respect. They gave him some cushion over there, and he took what they gave him. They gave him that hitch route. Malone was able to hit him easily for the 1st down. Ball's at the 14 of the Panthers, 1st and 10.
Malone gets them set quickly again. There's a snap. Give to Adams up the middle. He's going to bounce it outside, trying to find some room. And he's to the 5. Be real close to another 1st down. They're going to say the 4, and it will be a 1st and goal for the Panthers. Tioga goes quickly again. Malone gets them set. There's the snap. Give to Adams. He's trying to find some room, and he's in for the touchdown.
Really collapsed that side. Was able to go in pretty much unmolested. Yeah, I would expect them to continue with this. And again, this is sort of really a replay of last week.
Yep. 7:02 here in the 2nd quarter. Panthers lead 14-6. Tioga on to attempt the extra point. That'll be number 16, Ethan Bridges for Tioga. Kick is up. And it's good with 7:02 remaining 2nd quarter. Panthers 14, Tioga 7. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
I'm Carly. I'm from Ouachita Parish. What stuck out most to me about the Downs Law Firm is how hard they worked on my case. Everyone at the Downs Law Firm went above and beyond from the start and completely exceeded my expectations. Melinda worked tirelessly to accommodate any needs that I had and took a great amount of stress off of me during my time here at the Downs Law Firm. I truly thank the Downs Law Firm for their phenomenal work done in my case to get it settled.
The Downs Law Firm, our family protecting yours.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Surge Entertainment second quarter. Tioga has cut the Panther lead 14-7 and will get set to kick it away. Back deep for the Panthers will be number 24, Hagen Herring. And Presley Park Smith back deep for the Panthers. I couldn't see Presley Park Smith's number there. Bridges makes his approach. Nice high kick. Going to drive Herring back into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Panthers will come out 1st and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
Got 7:02 left in this first half. Be nice to get the old
punch it in as it expires.
6 minute, yeah, the old 6 to 7 minute drive. But nice job on that last drive of the Panthers, really controlling that line of scrimmage. See if they can continue that momentum here.
Panther offense trots out. Panther fans, remind you, come up at halftime, we'll have the recognition of Coach Dale Ashley and his family. We'll have all that live for you on the live stream, and then William and I'll get you caught up on the first half action. There's a snap, quick give. No, actually, Breen keeps it, and he's downfield. He'll have enough for a Downs Law Firm. First down up over the 35-yard line.
Man, that was a real good decision by J. Rob Breen. They bit hard on Gavin Evans. He took it upfield. One thing you've said before, don't forget you still got that trailing back. He had Herring right there with him. Mike could have flicked it, but he got a first down. Not going to argue with that.
Protect the football.
Protect that football. That's exactly right. First down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 36-yard line.
Breen gets them set. There's a snap. This time he will give it to Gavin. He'll get about 4 up to the 40-yard line.
They are opening up that outside, and I'm glad to see J-Rob take advantage of that on that previous play. They are selling out in that middle right now, seems like. Picked up 4 yards on that carry. Got the ball to the 40 of the Panthers. They've got a 2nd down and 6.
2 receivers set to the near side. I formation behind Breen. There's the snap. Counter give to the near side. That'll be Herring. He's trying to find some room, and he will get across the 48 and have enough for a Panther first down. Again, brought to you by the Downs Law Firm.
Once again, counter block ran perfectly. And again, Herring being patient, letting that block happen in front of him, got the seam opened up, squirts up the field. Looks like we're going to have the LHSAA.
Speaking of squirts, here we are with the H2O timeout brought to you by the LHSAA. We'll take it with them. Be right back with more Panther football.
Ready to sell? Ready to buy? Call David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor. David's dedication to his clients is unmatched. He'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you through every step of the process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, David has the expertise to make your real estate dreams a reality. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Surge Entertainment second quarter. Panthers have the ball near midfield, 1st and 10. 6 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the halftime show brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. Breen takes it, tosses it back. That'll be Gavin Evans, the tailback position that time.
When you see Gavin Evans at tailback, normally you have TJ Burks
in there,
fullback. So this is kind of their alternative. And I really like this. I do, because, Gavin Evans and Hagen Herring are 2 different style runners, but picked up 4, 2nd and 6.
I formation. There's a snap. Counter give this time is Gavin, and he pushes through, delivers the blow, and that's a big run for a Downs Law Firm. First down into Tioga territory.
Man, once again, that offensive line is absolutely doing its job up front, opening that up. And when you get Evans getting some momentum and speed behind that run, boy, he is tough to bring down. Really is. It's going to be first down and 10. The Panthers at the 33 of the Indians.
Sam Frazier checks in at wide receiver to the near side. Noah Crane out to the far side. Timeout, Tioga. This timeout brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. Panther fans want to let you know that every Tuesday we'll have the Coaches Show brought to you by, again, Prime Star Home Health. That'll be at Frenchman's Bend every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We'll sit down with Coach Doty. We'll catch up on kind of the recap of the week that was and talk about the upcoming opponents. And in the middle of that, we'll recognize some seniors and different folks from around our school. And just a great chance there at Frenchman's Bend to get the community together and enjoy a night just talking about some football there with Coach Doty. Again, that's brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. We'll recognize players of the week there. And, of course, that's made possible Mr. Mitch Houston and First Security Title. And so appreciate all of those guys and their support of Panther football. William, have you noticed the togas that are in the room or in the stadium tonight? That's that Craftsman Federal Credit Union student section having a toga night. Now, it looks like only about 4 of them participated, but I give them an A for effort.
I do too. They're definitely noticed, and you never know what kind of crazy stuff the old Craftsman Federal Credit Union student section is going to come up with. So we've seen some things over the years. It never surprises me.
First and 10 for the Panthers. I formation, 1 receiver to each side. There's a snap, counter give to this near side. He's met in the backfield. That's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, big A.J. Adams blew that one up before he could get started. Actually going to be a loss of about a yard. It's going to be second down and 11 for the Panthers. The ball is at the 34 of the Indians. Looks like Frazier's going to check out. Travis Adams checks in at the wide receiver position.
2 receivers near side. There's a snap. Counter give again to this near side. He's going to fight his way. He'll gain about 2, and we'll have a third down and 9 upcoming.
Looks like Herring's going to come back in. Should see T.J. Birch come out. Actually Gavin Evans will step out.
Our Travis Adams steps out as well. Sam Frazier runs in. Frazier, Herring, and Crane will be to the wide side. Panthers trying to get set. There's the snap. J-Rob drops back. Little screen pass out to Frazier, and he's going to drop it. Be incomplete. 4th down.
Trying to get a tunnel screen on that far side. Just played a little hot potato with the ball. With that ball sitting at the 32-yard line, they're going to bring Aiden Parker out. So being at the 32, looking at about a 47-yard attempt here. It's like they're going to spot the ball. Actually going to spot
49-yard.
Yeah, it's going to be 49.
This field goal attempt is brought to you by Aiden Parker and his partnership for Kicks for Child Cancer Research. Everybody gets set. There's the snap. Kicks away. And I'm going to fall into the end zone. Not sure if I got a hand on it or not, but it'll be no good. 3:23 remaining here, second quarter. 14-7 Panthers. And William, while we have a second, John and Nelson wanted me to know there's more than 4 in a toga. There's at least 5. She sent me a picture.
Well, we're up here pretty high.
Yeah, I could only see a couple right there. Now I'm starting to see them now. They're all kind of grouped together. They must be cold.
Well, that's fan participation.
Friends, I love it. Take care of one another.
But I appreciate Jonna sending that message to us. That's listener participation.
Absolutely.
So
Jonna, you're the best.
She's rocks, man. She rocks. But with that missed field goal, of course, the ball went in the end zone. That's a touchback. So the Indians will take over at their own 20-yard line. 3:23 left in this second quarter. Panthers continue to lead 14-7.
Spread formation again for the Indians. Malone gets them set. There's the snap. He'll give it straight ahead to Adams. He'll make a few Panthers miss, and he's going to get up near the 30-yard line, maybe just short, but that'll be a second down and short upcoming.
Right now, picking their way through. Panthers have got to wrap up when they get a chance. Picked up 9 balls at the 29 of the Indians, 2nd and 1.
There's a give again to Adams. He finds plenty of room and going to have a Tioga first down up across the 40 or 35-yard line. Yeah, Panther defense right now looks a little just kind of having trouble getting set. Now they get to catch their breath a little bit. Malone drops back. And that's going to be offsides on the Panthers.
Yeah, looks like
no, they're going to call it on Tioga. How to back them up 5 yards. Well, if you jump off sides on that Panther defense, that's your best hope.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else twitched.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So make it 1st and 15, 2:44 remaining here in the Surge Entertainment second quarter. There's the snap. Malone's going to give it to Adams. He's trying to find some room upfield. He'll get the penalty yardage back +1. And that's going to bring up second down and about 9. Tioga looking to go a little quick.
Yep. Hickman came up to make that stop. 6 yards on that gain. Second down and 9 for the Indians at their own 36-yard line.
Malone making his reads, making his checks. Panther defense settles in. There's the snap. Play action pass. Out in the flat to Reeves. He tries to make one Panther miss. That'll be Herring got there first and then got some help to finish him off.
Yeah, Herring got there first. Drew Voker came in to clean him up. Really, that was a good job by Herring to recognize it, not be fooled. They had pressure on Malone, got it out to the flat. One thing, Herring came in so fast, and you know that. You come in too fast, you got to come in under control. Great recognition. Good job of Voker cleaning it up. 3rd down and 12 for the Panthers.
Benoit Motors 3rd down. There's a snap. Malone rolls right, looking for a man. And it's going to be dropped. That'll bring up 4th down. Big hold there for the Panther defense.
Absolutely a big hole. Tried to hit Adams in the right flat. Just threw it. Looked like he threw it a little too far in front of him. Missed the pass, but nice job of that defense to get off the field. Of course, the Indians are going to punt this back. That ball is on their 33-yard line. There's 1:31 left. Of course, the clock is stopped with the incomplete pass. 1:31 left in the second half.
Hickman will drop back. He'll stand around his own 42-yard line. Ethan Bridges will be the punter. He handles both duties just like Aiden Parker does for us. This 4th down brought to you by Sterlington Rehab. They weren't set. No flag on the play. Line drive kick. Hickman may have a chance on a good bounce. He's just going to let it go. And it's going to roll back to about the 20-yard line, maybe the 19, and Panther offense will come out. 1:16 remaining here in the Surge Entertainment second quarter. Panthers do lead 14-7. Panther defense rose to the occasion, aided by that false start penalty. William, right here, if you get a couple big plays, you may have a chance to take a shot. But I think the Panther offense, you're going to get the ball to come back out in the third quarter. No pressure here. You really kind of just want to manage the game and take what you can get. If something opens up, go cash in.
Exactly. Well, they're going to do something. If they get a big play somewhere along the line, that'll really tell you what they're going to do. If they can hit a big one here.
They're going to go shotgun formation. 2 receivers near side, one to the far side. I believe that's Gavin Evans in the background with Breen. Breen calls for it. There's a snap. Will be a give to Gavin. He's still running legs. Man, he is using his legs somewhat tonight in an incredible way up to the 26-yard line, second down.
I've really been impressed with Gavin Evans at the end of last year and really kicking it up last week against Ash. But he's really coming into his own right now. Got the ball to the 26 of the Panthers, second down at 3.
Formation. There's a snap, counter give to the near side. Herring runs up in the middle. And he's going to be tackled there. Be 3rd down and about 2. And Panthers not calling any timeouts.
Actually, 3rd down and 1. Coach Doty will probably just see if he can spring one here.
You've got 30 seconds on the game clock, 31 seconds on the play clock, so you don't have to run a play unless you want to. Looks like the Panthers will. 3rd and 1. There's a snap. Give straight ahead to Gavin. He's still fighting, still pushing. He's all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Coach Doty might call a timeout here, which he does. Well, the stops to move the chains.
Looks like they're going to let it go. Actually, we're going to have a Tioga player down. 9 seconds on the clock. Do have an injured player on the field.
Yeah, actually, the players were coming to the sideline. Coach Doty waved them back on the field, so that's kind of an indication of what, they may just let this clock run out.
Yeah, it will. Once they take care of the injured young man, the clock will start again as soon as the ball is set. And we're gonna let the fans see the halftime stuff in a few moments when Coach Ashley and the folks do the presentation. But so we won't have a long time to talk. But one of the things first half, if you're the Panther offense and even the defense, you got to be pretty pleased with what you've done so far.
Oh, I think so. The offense really has come out and, like you said, gone old school and really run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And hats off to that offensive line. Again, you got to get those seams and holes opened up, and I think they're doing a really fine job of that tonight. I mean, look, there's some that get stuff, but it's a percentage. You're going to break those things as well. So, again, kind of goes back to what we said. You let Coach Foster work with that group over 3-4 weeks, they're going to be fine-tuned at that point. And defensively, it was very encouraging to see how they stood up on this last series with Tioga. But again –
Panther offense is going to run another play. They've run back out there, letting the man get off the field.
Why not?
Waiting on the clock to start. There it is, 7 seconds and counting. Be a counter pass. J. Rob is going to take a shot. He throws it up. Travis is going to make the catch, but time is going to have expired. Nice play there to end the half. No points, but that will be the final play of the first half. At halftime, Panthers 14, Tioga 7. Panther fans, we're going to take a few minutes break, but in just a few moments we'll come back with the presentation here at halftime and the recognition of Coach Dale Ashley. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Panther football.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley Storage keep your stuff safe. In Monroe and Sterlington, Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Hi, I'm Drew Breeze, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
Hey Panther fans, it's time to kick for cancer. Every kick with Aiden Parker is a chance to kick cancer out of this world. To do your part in helping Aiden, go to shspantherfootball.com, click the link, and you can help raise money for childhood cancer research. Most of all, your donation is being made in honor of one of our very own Panthers, Veda Powell. So visit shspantherfootball.com, click the link where it says Aiden Kicks for Kids Cancer Research, and donate today. Aiden and the Panthers are kicking cancers behind, together.
Who continue the winning legacy enjoyed here at Sterlington. In honor of him, we are naming our field Dale Ashley Field tonight. Outside of football, Dale Ashley has a huge impact on so many students, faculty members, friends, and community members by living out his Christian faith daily. His walk with Christ is clearly evident and an example for all of us. Thank you for so many years of unwavering support for the Sterlington Panthers. Mr. Ashley, on behalf of his entire family, would like to express his gratitude for this honor, which is greatly appreciated, along with a heartfelt thank you to all of Panther Nation and the many players, parents, and supporters throughout the years. A special thank you goes to his family, his wife, Donna, and his 3 children, Amanda, Joseph, Jacob, and their families. He now has 10 grandchildren in the Sterlington school system. He would also like to thank the Ouachita Parish School Board and recognize board member Greg Manley for his faithful service to the Sterlington schools for over 20 years. A big thank you goes to his fellow coaches, trainers, and wonderful faculty members he had the honor of working with here at Sterlington. There are a lot of great memories here, and he has loved working and living in this community. Mr. Ashley would like to recognize a few special guests, including his Newellton High School coaches. First is Chris Boseman, representing Coach Alan Ray Boseman, who now resides in Pineville and has a great nephew, Michael, playing for the Panthers tonight. Next is Miss Helen Hester Burnside, head Kiefer, and her husband, Sonny, from Newellton, who represents the late Coach Jerry Head. He would also like to recognize Coach Buddy and Gene Palmer, who are unable to be here tonight. Mr. Ashley said, I pray God will continue to bless our community and schools, and thank you for this honor. Again, thank you, Mr. Ashley, for your leadership to all of this. We're happy to dedicate Dale Ashley Field in your honor. Given that honor tonight is our mayor, Mr. Matt Talbert. We now recognize our senior cheerleaders. Our first senior cheerleader is Bella Ford. Bella is being escorted by her parents, Sarah and Johnny Ford, along with her brother, Braxton. Bella plans to attend LSU, where she will major in psychology. Bella would like to thank her family for the endless grace, love, and unwavering support.
Dance first. That's Miss Holland dance. I got you all messed up. Yep, right there. Turn back. Yep, that's cheer. I bet they got them out of order. Go to cheer on the back end and see if it's the dance girls. Yep, that's what it is. They got them out of order. God.
Now we recognize our senior varsity dance members. Our first senior is All-American and co-captain Caroline Bryant. Caroline, a 4-year dance letterman, is being escorted by her parents, Holly and David Bryant. After graduation, Caroline plans to attend ULM and major in kinesiology in hopes of one day becoming an occupational or physical therapist. Caroline would like to thank her parents and Emma for their selflessness, love, and support. Miss Holland for her hard work and loving us as her own. JC for her guidance and coaching. And last, all of her teammates for becoming her closest friends. And to her team, Caroline says, time flies so fast. Cherish every moment with another and make the best of every situation. Our next senior is co-captain Ella Kate McMorris. Ella Kate is a 4-year dance letterman and All-American, is escorted by her parents, Tracy and Jeremy McMorris, along with her siblings. After graduation, Ella Kate plans to attend ULM, majoring in health sciences for radiology and continuing her education into ultrasonography. Ella Kate would like to thank her parents, friends, boyfriend, teachers, coaches, and teammates for the endless support, love, and lessons learned. She gives praise to God for his gifting her a new day each and every day. Ella Kate's words of wisdom to her teammates: live your life to the fullest and stand firm in your beliefs. Lastly, we recognize our last senior and dance captain, Carly Stiles. Carly, an All-American and 4-year dance letterman, is being escorted by her parents, Jennifer and Darren Thomas, and her niece Kinsley. After graduation, Carly plans to attend ULM and major in speech pathology. Carly would like to thank Miss Holland and her coach, JC, for being incredible role models, and Mr. Darren for always letting her make you broke. Carly gives special thanks and love to her mom, Jennifer, for her selflessness, support, and displaying a true example of a God-fearing woman. Carly asks that her teammates cherish one another, their talents, and the opportunity God gives. Our first cheerleader is Miss Bella Ford. Bella is being escorted by her parents, Sarah and Johnny Ford, along with her brother, Braxton. After graduation, Bella plans to attend LSU, where she will major in psychology. Bella would like to thank her family for the endless grace, love, and unwavering support. Bella's fondest memories are having been a proud Sterlington cheerleader throughout middle and high schools. She will cherish the tea spilled, the lessons learned, and gives her teammates all the love. Up next is senior cheer co-captain Aliyah McNeil. Aliyah, an All-American and four-year cheer letterman, is escorted by her mother, Tamira Lally. Aliyah plans to attend ULL majoring in biology. She hopes to one day become an orthodontist. Aliyah would like to thank her family for their support and God for his love and forgiveness. Aliyah's favorite memory is cheering for the Panthers in the Superdome her freshman year. Our next senior is All-American Jessica Mora. Jessica, a four-year letterman, is being escorted by her parents, Pam and Saul Mora. After graduation, Jess plans to attend LSU, majoring in biology, with intentions of enrolling in dental school. Jessica gives thanks to God, her family and friends, as well as her teachers, coaches, and sponsors for the love and guidance while here at Sterlington High School. Jess's favorite scripture is Galatians 1:10. Your life is not defined by the approval of others, but by God. Live for an audience of one. Our next All-American cheerleader is senior Amber TV. Amber, also a four-year cheer letterman, is being escorted by her parents, Tammy and Brady TV. And after graduation, Amber plans to attend Louisiana Tech, where she will major in pre-dentistry. Amber extends her thanks and love to her parents for their life lessons, support, and affirming that God walks by our side daily. Amber also wants to thank her best friends for the laughs, the Sterlington High School cheer team, coaches and sponsors for the support, love, and memories. Our last senior cheerleader is Captain Addison Warner. Addison is a four-year cheer letterman and All-American, is being escorted by her parents, Lauren and Keith Warner. After graduation, Addison plans to attend LSU while majoring in political science in hopes of becoming a lawyer or a politician. Addison would like to thank her parents for their support, coaches, and sponsors for the opportunities granted, her teammates for their faith and her leadership, but most importantly, Addison gives glory to her Lord Jesus Christ for granting her strength and everlasting love.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. With over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana, our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation, 318-325-4418, Street and Street.
Repair it, catch up on bills, or replace it. Turn your home's equity into endless possibilities with a home equity line of credit from Cross Keys Bank. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. Stop by and visit me today at our Sterlington branch for more details. Or give me a call at 665-4511. Cross Keys Bank, proud supporter of the Sterlington Panthers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is here to help you combine home and auto and save in Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Need a loan? Call Craftsman Federal Credit Union. Craftsman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Craftsman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Craftsman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Craftsman has money to loan. Craftsman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
What do you do after an awesome night of Panther football? You bring on the bowling for the fifth quarter. Bayou Bowl is the official fifth quarter sponsor of Sterlington Panther football. Just right down the road and on the right is where you'll find all the fifth quarter action. Yummy snacks and cold drinks from Alligator's Grill is inside Bayou Bowl and open 7 days a week. It's the perfect place to celebrate a Panther victory. So come on, join us at Bayou Bowl after every game for the official fifth quarter.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Panther fans, hope you enjoyed that halftime presentation there. Just a special night for the Ashley family and for our community, recognizing just Coach Ashley's legacy here. And it'd probably be good for a lot of folks. I was talking to some friends of mine from Leesville that they came up to help Coach celebrate. Of course, Dale was the head coach at Pickering. Well, my dad pastored down in Pickering, and so we go back all the way to 1988 with the Ashley family, or maybe 86, mid-'80s anyway. And but one of the families from there that was part of that church and things down there was up here tonight. And she said, hey, it seems like some folks just really don't really understand like all that Dale's done. Well, it was 1996 when he came to Sterlington, and a lot has happened in Sterlington. In fact, I was telling them today in the pregame meal, Coach Duddy does this every year. He asks the players, hey, if your dad played at Sterlington or an uncle, I want you to stand up. There's a room of 60-plus players today. Tell me how many you think had a dad or an uncle play football here?
Out of 60?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just spitballing here. 35?
2.
Really?
2 players in the entire room. One of those last name was Ashley. Gideon Ashley.
That doesn't count.
His dad Joe played here, and his uncle Jake both played here. But that's just how much the town has grown. But what Dale did in the 90s is came in and took a struggling program, began to build some things in, just a culture of winning and a standard of excellence and integrity. And then over the years, as they began to just do things the right way, and brought in new coaches and things over the years. And from 96 till he retired, had a really good run. There was a few years there where they, things weren't exactly where we wanted them to be. Of course, Jason Thompson comes in, and I believe it was 13, maybe 14.
Jason Thompson came in 2013.
13. And Dale, strategic part of that. And then, of course, when Lee Doty takes over, Dale was still a principal. And so just has had a hand in a lot of things. And a lot of what we enjoy today is the Sterlington community as far as our schools go. Dale is not solely responsible for. I mean, they recognize, Mr. Greg Manley and some others a moment ago. But Dale has had a hand in because of what he brought in 1996.
Well, my mother was an educator, lifetime educator. And I had the conversation with her one time. I said, education is so important, but you have to have the ancillary things in a school as well, that being extracurricular activities. Yeah. And in North Louisiana, football is it. It just is. And Coach Ashley was able to come up here and establish a program, like you said, and really got Sterlington on the map.
Yeah.
Back when I was in high school, Sterlington was just a little old town up the road that had an 0-10 team every year, maybe win one, you know, and it really speaks to what he was able to do. And as a result, I mean, we've seen Sterlington really grow over the years.
Absolutely.
Of course, you've seen residential development up here, and the school has really benefited from that. But I think the growth of these sports teams has helped tremendously as well.
Yeah.
Look, school's great. All 3 of my sons went through it, and I've been tickled to death with the education, everything up here. My nephew, your friend Joe Handy. Yeah, he played back here when Coach Ashley was here.
Yes.
He was on those 2 state runner-up teams that Coach Ashley had. And you're right, Ben. It's really been a progression because when Coach Thompson got the job, I remember the story. He didn't apply initially.
That's right.
And Coach Ashley said, you might want to think about applying. And he did. And that springboarded him from coach to principal. Now he's number 2 in administration.
Chief of personnel, or chief of staff. I think it's official title.
Staff.
Yeah, they call him the big chief now.
The big
Jason
chief
has arrived because of Dale. I just want to make sure we be sure to tell him that.
And what did we say? He doesn't have coach's legs anymore.
Administrator legs.
Those old pale administrator legs. So anyway,
well-deserved honor for sure for Coach Ashley. And I mean, I'm so grateful just for his influence in my own life, and on not just a coaching level. I mean, I've known him as a friend and. Been almost like a second dad to me in some ways. His family, we spent a lot of time over the years with those Ashleys and gone a lot places. There's not very many Hackler stories that don't include an Ashley or 2. So, man, very, very excited for them.
But just something else. I'll tell you something else about Dale Ashley that I always was impressed with. Of course, my nephew, he played here. And even before my sons came to this school, when you would meet him or I'd talk to him, it was just like he was a friend of yours. It was never put on. It was always how are you doing? How's your nephew doing? And here your sons are coming up here. And it was great. It was just really, he's just a really genuine individual.
Absolutely. Well, Panther fans, looks like both teams are beginning to make their way to the sideline. So we're just a few moments away from the third quarter. We do need to take one more break before we get set here. So let's go ahead and take that. This has been the Prime Star Home Health Halftime Show, and we'll be back with third quarter in just a moment.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Panthers will receive the second half kickoff here. And William, halftime is over and done. All the recognitions have happened. And now, if you're the Panther offense, you want to come out and just continue what you had going there in the first half.
Yeah, they finished it strong. You know, had that nice pass down to Adams. A shame the clock ran out on us, but you know, they really. I don't know. It seems like that offense is they're controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
29 rushes for 160 yards.
Wow.
And then 1 for 2 on 32 yards on the one pass that was completed there before the end of the half. Bridges gets set to kick it away. Looks like Hickman and Frazier will stand back at their own 2-yard line. Bridges makes his approach. Nice kick. Frazier's going to take it right about the 4 or 5 yard line. Going to mishandle it, and it'll roll into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Sam got a little ahead of himself, just mishandled it, but that's all right. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 20-yard line.
Well, sometimes you kind of look at what might be coming and you don't secure the ball, but it's okay. We get it at the 20-yard line. Coach Doty rallies the troops there.
Yeah, for Sam, that ball's kind of coming. It was a little bit of an odd kick. We've seen him kick some really good ones end over end. That one had a funny vertical spin to it. So if you're a pass catcher, that's not the way you're used to seeing that ball come.
And if you're a kicker, it's really nice because it's going to be hard to handle that thing, you know.
All right, well, the Cross Keys Bank third quarter is set to begin as we now march the Panther offense out onto the field. 2 tights, 1 receiver to the far side. Be Evans and Herring behind J-Rob Breen. There's a snap. Give straight ahead. J-Rob's going to keep it. And he's up to the 30-yard line. Going to be near a first down. And they're going to say it is a Downs Law Firm first down.
Once again, good job with J-Rob riding Evans into the line. Then came in right off his right hip and was able to find that seam. Push the ball up 10 yards to the 30-yard line of the Panthers. Going to be first down and 10.
Panthers now go 1 receiver each side. Breen gets them set. There's a snap. It's a give to Evans. Keeps him legs pushing. He's going to push up near the 35. Be a gain of 5 and second down. And we got a Tioga Indian who's gone down. Maybe a cramp the way he went down. Well, a stoppage. 11:15 here in the third quarter.
That's number 20 Reeves. Guess he's doing double duty.
I've noticed a few guys for them, Will, going double duty. A 75 defensive lineman has been on the offensive line a couple times. I believe 77, not 75. 77 has. Well, that's no help. Your man tries to help you and then drops you. Looks like he's okay. That's definitely a cramp, just the way he's walking, and now
he'll have to come off the field since they stopped the clock. Yeah, you can tell the way he's walking the old stiff leg gait.
Yep, that's the old cramp.
Yep,
and the humidity is. I thought it was gonna be a little cooler tonight, but humidity is hanging pretty thick, and man, dehydration will sneak up on you. I formation for the Panthers. J-Rob gets them set. There's a snap. He keeps it again. Now looking for a hole, and he's up across the 45. That's enough for another Downs Law Firm. First down. Nice read there by the young quarterback.
Good read by J-Rob Breen, but let me compliment Evans. He keeps running like he's got the ball. I mean, I'm watching him a lot of times because I think he's got it. But Evans is sealing. I mean, he's really selling that play. Picked up 5 yards on that carry. Not sure what the discussion here is. They haven't moved the chains.
And there's no flags now.
Yeah, not really
that
sure.
I can see.
Not really sure what's going on. Okay, we do have a flag on the 40. You can just barely see it laying on the line.
Illegal formation would be my guess based on where the flag is. You didn't catch a hold from that far away. It is going to be a first down.
Dead ball foul.
They're going to have a personal foul against the Panthers. William, I'm going to venture a guess, and fans, you may saw it better than we did. I know that there's been some, between the receiver and the DB, there's been some scrapping. We block really, really hard. That's kind of a standard around here. And one of our receivers might have got a little aggressive there. No harm, no foul. Now we're 1st and 10. Ball sits on the 30-yard line. Little freeze play. J-Rob now looks to the sideline, gets his check. He'll make his calls, making sure everybody's on the same page. Counter give to the far side. Herring tiptoeing his way and looking for his room, and now he's going to bust through, and he'll get across the 40. That'll be another for Downs Law Firm. First down for the Panthers.
Nifty run by Herring. You notice one of the things he did is kind of like Gavin Evans. He's keeping his knees high, and he really high-stepped out of those tackles. Once he cleared that line of scrimmage, he was able to get up the field, pick up, got it to the 41. It's going to be first down and 10.
Same formation again. Breen making a little freeze play again. 10 minutes and we're counting here in the third quarter. Again, third quarter brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Breen takes the snap. Counter give this time to the near side. And that time, big man shot through, and he'll take him down for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. He came right up the middle there and was able to get a hold to Herring and have a 2-yard loss. So that ball's back at the 39. It's going to be second down and 12 for the Panthers.
Same formation again. There's the snap. This time, Breen rolling out, looking for a man. Takes a shot. He's got a man, and it's batted away. Pearson was running, had the man beat. Ball was underthrown. Breen trying to throw it on the run.
Well, it was on the roll.
On the roll.
On the roll and a run.
Like to see him set his feet right there, but really didn't have a chance of pressure coming.
Actually, wasn't a bad pass.
No.
If he let him a little more, could have got that. It really played out well. Pearson had got that separation, so that's going to set up a third down and 12 situation for the Panthers. Again, that ball is at their own 39-yard line.
Shotgun formation for the Panthers. 2 receivers near side. Breen calls for it. There's the snap. Little screen play out to Evans. Gets a good block, and he's got a first down and some more. He's now into the middle of the field. One man to beat. Makes a great cut. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Panthers. No flags.
Man, you can see that set up perfectly. They sold that screen, let everybody come. J-Rob Breen let everybody come to him, got it to Evans. And look, he got some initial blocks, but the last part of that was all Evans, making cuts, making tacklers miss. Just great job of running that ball. I'm telling you, Evans is really coming into his own. Look forward to seeing this continue. Got the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Extra point now by Aiden Parker. This extra point brought to you by Aiden Parker and his Kicks for Child Cancer Research. To learn more, visit alexslemonade.com and search for Aiden Parker. Snap kick is up, and it is good with 9:09 remaining here in the third quarter. Panthers 21, Tioga 7. We'll take the break. Be right back with more Panther football.
Ready to sell? Ready to buy? Call David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor. David's dedication to his clients is unmatched. He'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you through every step of the process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, David has the expertise to make your real estate dreams a reality. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
Panther fans, we're back. Panthers have extended their lead 21-7 here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Aiden Parker will trot out to kick it away. This kickoff brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. William, while we have a moment, do you have that drive summary?
Man, I got it right here. I don't miss those things. It was 7 plays, 80 yards, 2:51 off the clock, 61-yard touchdown, screen pass from Breen to Evans.
Again, that touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden gets it teed up. Everybody's set. Referee blows the whistle, and he'll make his approach. Adams will stand back at his own 5-yard line to receive the kick. Be a little pooch kick over towards the near sideline. It's on the ground. Be taken there by number 6. He's trying to get upfield and does. And he's trying to went backwards, making some folks miss. And Panthers not going to miss any more than that. They'll tackle him right at the 38-yard line.
I believe that was trying to see who was initially on that stop. Hard to tell, but they may say, why are you doing that? Well, it's just an opportunity to take a look at something there for Coach Doty. Credit to Tioga. They were not surprised. I mean, they were ready for it.
Yeah,
and made hay out of what they got. So the ball's at the 38 of the Indians. They'll have it first down and 10.
Panther defense back on the field. Looks like it will be. That'll be 4 men across the front. I'm going to stand up the defensive end on the far side. 2 receivers basically set to each side. There's a snap. Malone's going to give it ahead to Adams. He's looking for some room, and he's upended, trying to see who that is getting up off the bottom. I believe that's Cam Bagwell.
I believe that was Bagwell as well. You see Aiden Lingefeld getting up off the stack.
Hurry up offense again. Tioga takes it. Going to give it to Adams again. He's trying to find some room and does. He'll have the Tioga first down up near midfield.
Looked like that was Hickman and Adams on that stop. Ball's at midfield, first down and 10 for the Indians.
Bunch formation to the near side. There's a snap. Malone rolls out looking for a man. Getting under pressure, he'll have to just throw it away. Again, nice coverage by that Panther secondary. Second down.
Yeah, Drew Voker had the pressure, but he had receivers on every level, short, intermediate, and long, and they had a Panther defender on each one of them. Nice job of that defense, that secondary, recognizing what that was. They were trying to get them to bite on a toss, and just really disciplined by that defense.
Oh, we've got an intentional grounding against the Indians. No, roughing the passer.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought it was intentional grounding. It's going to be roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to give Tioga better field position and an automatic first down.
Did he say that it looked like it had something to do with the head?
No, I think he was pointing for the first down. No, he didn't. He didn't give the old targeting. Ooh.
That was surprising.
Indians will have it first and 10 at the Panther 35-yard line. One receiver near side with a tight end. H-back and a receiver to the far side. Adams in the backfield with Malone. Malone calls for it. Now brings a man in motion. There's a snap. And that's not going to work. That'll be Aiden Lingefeld in the backfield.
Boy, Lingefeld was there to try to run that little crossbuck action, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Well, on NCAA 25, that's the old zone jet pass, fake jet pass.
Well, that's a little bit new for me. I go back to the old 80s version of that, but hey, it results in a 3-yard loss. Whatever you want to call it, comes from Lingefeld, 2nd and 13.
Malone calls for it. There's a snap. He drops back again. A little bit of pressure. Now throws it out. Sam went underneath, did not get it. That's going to be a touchdown for Tioga.
Yeah, Frazier tried to get in front of him, or at least get a hold to the ball, and that's kind of what we talked about that before. Frazier's a high risk,
that's right,
high risk, high reward guy, and I mean you just got to deal with those sort of things. Yep. And look, he's going up against, as you said,
a really, really good receiver. I was kind of thinking to myself, when are we going to see Johnson get involved in the offense? I'm glad I didn't say it out loud because they can't put that one on me.
No, because I would have thrown you squarely under the bus if you had done that.
Extra point pending. There's a snap. There's a throw, and it is blocked.
Yeah, Ben.
Who you going to give that block to there, William?
Well, we'll have to get the replay.
I think it's Trey Birch.
Well, he got a couple of them last year, if you recall.
Well, 7:37 remaining here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Panthers 21, Tioga 13. We'll keep it here. I want to give a special thank you out to Chad Ziegler and Sunbelt Rentals. They've allowed the Panthers to use some lifts and things around the stadium. They're very gracious to our program this year. And so a special thank you to Mr. Chad Ziegler and Sunbelt Rentals. And Panther fans, I want to remind you, every sponsor that you hear us announce or see it come across your screen, those are people that make the broadcast possible, but also they're people who are investing in this program and in this school. And so we're very grateful for our community support and are grateful to live in a community that prioritizes students and student athletes. Panther fans, each week you'll be able to see the hype video, and that's brought to you by Ashley Storage. And this week's probably one of my favorites I've seen us do, William. Just really good video and some good highlights from the past couple of weeks, and that's what you'll see each and every week on the Ashley Storage hype video. Bridges now makes his approach. Nice high kick. Hickman's going to take it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback again. First and 10 for the Panther offense. They're on 20-yard line.
I want to see that Panther offense come out and respond. But, you know, you open the show by saying, you know, Kervin Johnson is one of the top receivers, and he's a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the size and speed. And, you know, you try to contain those guys the best you can, but, you know, things like that are going to happen. So, again, the Panthers have their own 20, first down and 10.
Looks like David Hickman will start this series at wide receiver to the near side. I formation behind Breen. Again, a little freeze play. Looks to the sideline. Gets everybody on the same page. And now we'll have a stoppage. Be a flag on the far sideline. Delay a game. Wow, I wasn't watching the play clock. 5-yard penalty. Back it up to the 15. First down and 15.
Well, I'm with you. I totally missed that.
I formation again. Breen gets him set. There's a snap. He's going to keep it around. Now pitches it back to Herring. And he's going to run into a host of Indians, and that's going to be a late. There's a flag. Come on that. That's going to be unnecessary roughness. I would imagine that's going to back it up.
Well, it's either that or somebody got that face mask. Really nowhere for Herring to go.
So Herring's the only Panther over there, so there's no way it's on Sterlington at that point, I wouldn't think.
No, I think you're right. It's either going to be a personal foul or it's going to be a face mask.
White Hat getting it sorted out. Tioga's backing up, so I would assume. Personal foul. There's been a lot of that tonight. Face mask. You got it there, William. I didn't see that. I knew the pile was going on for a while, but
I think it happened when they finally got him corralled. I think somebody had that face mask. It wasn't anything obvious.
That will be a Downs Law Firm first down. Move the ball out to the 30-yard line.
Got the Panthers out of a little bit of a hole there after that 5-yard penalty.
Breen gets them set. There's a snap. Counter give to that left side, looking for some room. Evans is going to pick up about 3, and it'll be second down. William, I'm really impressed with him tonight. At plays that look like they're going to be negative or no gain, he's turning into 2 and 3 yards just by keeping his legs moving.
Well, and when you look at Gavin Evans, he's solid.
Yeah.
He is solid. He looks kind of thin, but he's not. He is a solid-built young man.
Breen gets him set again. Be a counterplay to this near side. Gavin's following after Big Nate, and he's going to fight across the 40. We're going to have another flag, and this is probably going to be another personal foul.
Yeah, it looked like Riordan got tied up with the defensive lineman. I'm not sure if that's what was thrown or what.
It's face mask again.
Good. I was a little concerned about whether they were going to call something there, but yeah, they're grabbing these face masks. So they're going to march this ball up. Should be over into Indian territory.
Going to take it down to the 34-yard line, I believe. So that ball, or 44-yard line, I'm correction. 2 receivers far side, I formation. Breen under center. Little freeze play. That's Hickman and Crane to the far side. Breen gets them set. There's a snap. J-Rob keeps it, then just dives forward for a gain of 2. Smart play there just to get what you can and get down quickly.
Yeah. I like you get what you can. You're exactly right. Again, J-Rob's running this offense pretty efficient tonight. And I'm not going to say anything about certain things because I don't want to jinx them like you said. So I'm happy what we see. 2nd down and 8 with the ball on the 42 of the Indians.
We are going to reach the LHSAA hydration timeout.
I think it was fluid enhancement.
I like that. Fluid enhancement timeout. Timeout tonight brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. They'll take a 30-second break. We'll take it with them. Be right back with more Panther football.
Repair it, catch up on bills, or replace it. Turn your home's equity into endless possibilities with a home equity line of credit from Cross Keys Bank. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. Stop by and visit me today at our Sterlington branch for more details. Or give me a call at 665-4511. Cross Keys Bank, proud supporter of the Sterlington Panthers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cross Keys third quarter. We're back. William and I were just playing the name game. Finally remembered I was going to say, William, and you and I were just talking about this. On the screen pass, long now seems like forever ago, that Gavin Evans took to the house, reminiscent of a run you and I watched Jakeldrick Miller make before we really knew what we had in him as a tailback.
Yes. And you know, well, we can talk about that after this play.
I formation. Breen gets them set. Twin receivers to the near side. Little play action pass. Now looking for a man. Takes a shot. Travis has got to play the ball. Travis is down.
Didn't see what happened. Got a cramp, which that's going to happen early in the season.
Yeah, so, especially for a guy that's going both ways. We saw the same thing with Ryan Reeves for Tioga.
Right. But, you know, talking about that screen, you know, you also had – you were talking about against Carroll, and I do remember you had Tremel Colvin had that nice screen play set up here. I think I cannot remember if that was Oak Grove or who that was, but just kind of weave through. And you know, when we can have an effective screen, that's a real weapon for this offense. And it's good to see. I mean, that's a traditional screen. That's not a tunnel screen, not a now screen or now pass. I mean, that's an outright screen. And that really worked well. But as we said, Gavin Evans made those last 2 tacklers miss. So good to see them incorporate that.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. It will be Hickman and Crane, the wide receivers, to the far side. Evans and Herring will make the eye behind J-Rob Breen. Waiting on everybody to get set. 5:53 left here in the Cross Keys Bank 3rd quarter. There's the snap. J-Rob, little QB draw. Nice job. He gained some positive yards there.
And that was a quarterback draw all the way. Almost got that first down. Got it down to the 40. What's that, 37-yard line? Yeah, 37-yard line. That's kind of in no man's land right there. You expect Coach Doty will
they'll roll
go
the dice
for this.
2 receivers near side. 4th and 3. There's a snap, be a counter play to the near side. Herring trying to find room. He'll make a couple men miss, and we're going to have a flag. That's going to come back. I believe they're going to get.
Not sure. You would think this is going to be a hold. I'm not really sure what went on there. Threw it up in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, everybody's walking back. It's going to be against the Panthers. Negate a good run. Holding against the Panthers. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. You may see the punt unit now. That'll back it up to the 47.
Well, yeah, when you go back, no, that's going to take it. That'll take it back into Panther territory.
It's a 10-yard penalty on the holding. It wasn't a chop.
There
so we're
you
at the 47-yard line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I'm so used to chop blocks, man.
Aiden Parker will come in. This punt brought to you by Aiden Parker and his partnership with Kicks for Child Cancer Research. There's a snap. Aiden handles it in plenty of time. Nice punt. Going to come down over toward this line. Takes the Tioga bounce, and we're going to watch it. I'm not sure. You got to go get that one, young man.
Yeah.
Ball rolling the wrong way there. Almost like a little bit of backspin there for Aiden.
Yeah,
it really
was. Yeah. Now, look, I'm going to fess up. When I said Panther territory, hey, it's preseason for you and I both.
That's absolutely right.
I was looking to the right of the S, and I don't know why my mind was saying the 50-yard line. I
just be glad we're not in Union Parish tonight where there are no tick marks, and you just have to guess.
Yeah. You got the 50, the 25, and the goal line.
That's it. Defense back on the field for the Panthers. 2 receivers far side, 1 receiver set to the near side. Malone gets him set. There's a snap. He'll be a little play action, be a quarterback keeper. He'll gain about 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, just kept it, went up the middle with it. It's brought down by Stephen English. Was able to pick up a couple of yards on that carry. Got it to the 28-yard line. He's second down and 8.
1 receiver to the near side, set tight. Bunch receivers to the far side, set close. Malone gets set. There's a snap. Toss out to Adams, trying to find a lane. And he's going to dance around, and then he's going to meet Big Trey Birch and all of his friends. Be a loss on the play. Third down. Ball will go down on the 25-yard line.
Boy, that was well defended. Trey Birch, he filled that lane. He filled that lane.
A couple players down there. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to say he filled that lane. And I was trying to see. I'm assuming that was. I'm assuming that was Jaden Hall that set that edge. But boy, Trey Birch did a tremendous job.
Yeah, he got in there quickly. And Trey's one of those guys that once he gets his hands on you, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2 guys down. Looks like it's both cramps. 1 Panther and 1 Indian, a Tioga player.
That may be Jaden Hall down on the other side.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, Jaden set the edge. That's what I was trying to get to. Jaden set that edge, and that allowed Trey Birch to come up, fill that gap, and did a fine job of bringing him down for a loss. Like you said, it's kind of like once that line gets a hold of that big old water buffalo or zebra, man, it's over. I mean, Trey just gobbles people up.
Absolutely. Looks like both guys are okay. Make their way to the sideline, get a little stretched out, little liquid hydration here. That liquid hydration. I mean, as opposed to the other kind of hydration. This will be a Benoit Motors third down for this Panther defense. Big stand here opportunity for this Panther defense. Two receivers near side, H-back and a receiver to the far side. Johnson matched up against Frazier on that far sideline. Malone gets him set, looking for protection. Now he's got a man, and he's way back, and he drops it.
That's Angelo Shelton again. Earlier tonight he almost made a circus catch, and went right through his hands. He had gotten separation, but fortunately he dropped the ball.
So we'll have a Sterlington rehab fourth down, and the punting unit will come on for Tioga.
David Hickman's going to drop back, take this punt. Did you say that?
No, I did not.
I don't want to repeat you.
Bridges gets set to kick it away. Hickman stands around midfield. Be a nice kick. Hickman will be able to field it. He'll try to make one man miss and then get back to where he caught at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panther offense.
I want to credit Aiden Lingefeld on the punt return team. You know, Aiden's been in there pretty much every punt, getting into that second line of blockers. And, you know, earlier in the game, he just about blocked one, and he may have. That's the one that shot straight up. But I want to recognize him. He's really getting the wheels going, getting back there. But the Panthers have it at their own 45-yard line, 1st down and 10.
I formation again for the Panthers. It'll be Birch and Evans in the backfield. Birch will get maybe one. That'll be 2nd down and 9.
They stood Birch up pretty quick. You know, rewind to last year, Birch really did a fine job at that fullback position as a freshman. Had some big games, too. And, you know, being able to bring him in as a fullback with Evans is really a nice combination. 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers.
Formation again. Breen makes a check. 2:57 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. There's a snap. Breen this time keeps it. Now puts a foot in the ground. He's trying to get to the sideline. He'll get across the 45 in the Tioga territory for a Downs Law Firm 1st down.
You know, from where we're sitting at, that was really a good view of J-Rob making a good decision. It was a quick decision, too. He pulled it. That opening came up just to the right. He got his head down, got that yardage he needed, picked up that 1st down, have it 1st and 10 at the Indian 44-yard line.
There's a snap, be a give straight ahead to TJ Birch. He'll get up to about the 40, in between the 41, 42. I think they're going to mark him at the 42. Be a gain of 2, 2nd down.
Right now, the Panthers are controlling that clock, effectively moving it downfield. That's the strategy they want right now. 2nd down and 8.
Formation. There's a snap. Counter give to Gavin. Puts that head down across the 40. Give him another 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, I believe they gave him 3 on that one. Ball is on the 39-yard line of the Indians. That clock's at 1:39 and running. Panthers are facing a 3rd down and 5.
Formation again. There's a snap. J-Rob's going to keep it himself. Tries to get outside. Does. He'll have the 1st down. Across the 30 to about the 29. And that'll be a Downs Law Firm 1st down. Nice job again there by Breen.
Breen is doing a good enough job of keeping that ball in that fullback's gut just long enough to get those defensive ends and linebackers to bite. And he's able to get around the end. On that one, you could see it wasn't blocks that got him. It was just him getting around the end. Good speed on Breen's part. Got that 1st down. Ball's at the 29 of the Indians.
There's a snap. Counter give to the near side. Gavin puts his head down and runs over 2 Indians. That'll be a 4-yard gain. It just doesn't sound right to say that out that way. Runs over 2 Indians.
Well, I said they moved into Indian territory.
Yeah. It just.
We got a Western going on
here?
Hey,
man, I watched. Well, that's another story for another time. I watched some good Westerns the other day. Formation. There's the snap. Counter give to the far side. Gavin keeps those legs churning. He'll get to about the 21. Be a nice gain and set up 3rd down and short. Do have a man down.
I believe that's Ryard. He was the lead on that counter block. You know, when he went down on that previous play, he had some issues with his leg. He got a little gingerly.
Looks like we're going to have an injury timeout. Let's take 30 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT Big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT Big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter, 14 seconds remaining. Clock will start. Panther offense will choose not to run a play, so that will be the final play of the third quarter. Panthers lead 21-13. They'll have it third down and 2 at the Tioga 21-yard line when we come back. You're watching Panther football. Panther fans, we're back here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. I formation for the Panthers, third down and 2. J-Rob just keeps it on a QB sneak, and he'll get into the Ron Bush State Farm red zone up across the 15-yard line and Downs Law Firm first down.
Yeah, J-Rob fell in behind the interior line there. Boseman, Roach, and Whitlock got that first down, the 15-yard line.
Everybody gets set. I formation, receivers to each side. There's a snap. Give to Gav. He's going to get tripped up. Maybe a yard lost there, second down.
Looks like Evans kind of got in behind the counter block. Kind of jammed things up for him. Lost a yard on that carry. Second down and 11. Ball's at the 16 of the Indians.
Looks like Gavin Evans will step out. Carter McClinton will replace him.
Yeah, it looks like.
Not sure if it's a cramp or if he got rolled up on, but.
Tell you, the way they've been falling with the cramps, I'd say that's probably what it is. And Wiggly's getting a lot of time on the field tonight.
Again, I want to say a special thank you to Chad Ziegler and Sunbelt Rentals for the use of the lifts in the end zone and several other ways that they have helped us around the stadium. Appreciate Chad and his support of Panther football. Also, want to remind Panther fans, there is, if you're looking for something to do after the game, Bayou Bowl is the official fifth quarter sponsor of Panther football. Appreciate Bayou Bowl and their support and all they do for our community.
You know, it's fun going bowling.
Absolutely. Again, thank you to McDonald's, our premier sponsor, and our game sponsor, Louisiana Launchpad. Trying to get all those guys in. And Shooter's going to call me if I don't say this one, but sure appreciate Shooter Shaw. He got us some ribs from the barbecue pit tonight, and he and Shawn McNair are the official press box sponsor for the 2024 season. Breen gets them set. I formation. Fakes the counter give. Looking for a man. Got a man in the end zone. That's Pearson. Touchdown, Panthers!
Talk about a well-run play. J-Rob Breen extended that play. It's designed to roll out, gives his receivers time to get in their routes. And Pearson had separated himself. He was standing, as my dad would say, wide open in the moonlight in the back of the end zone, or halfway to the back of the end zone, but he was wide open. Credit J. Rob Breen. Sometimes that's the hardest pass to complete when your receiver's standing wide open like that. But great job of pitch and catch between Breen and Pearson.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the extra point. This extra point brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. There's a snap, a little high again, handled by Breen. Kick is up, and it's good. And with that, the Panthers take a 28-13 lead, 10:41 remaining here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
The grass is always greener on the other side when you call the Shawn Green Team. For any weed control, fertilization, or aerating needs in your yard, trees, and shrubs. They'll sure enough make a difference at Shawn Green.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Aiden Parker gets set to kick it away. This kickoff brought to you by Aiden Parker and his Kicks for Child Cancer Research. To learn more, visit alexslemonade.com and search for Aiden Parker. Aiden gets set. After this kick, we'll get you the drive summary for the Panthers. Aiden makes his approach. High kick. That's a nice one. Going to come down right about the 5. Be taken there by Adams. He's trying to find a lane. Presley Park Smith's going to force him to the far side. He will be popped out, and that's going to be a hit out of bounds. I saw the ball come out, but that's going to be 15 more. Not sure who got to him late, but somebody did.
Yeah, somebody got on the sideline.
Oh.
Got him as he was going out.
So they'll add 15 to the end of that run. Nice coverage by that Panther unit.
You know, in general tonight, that kickoff team has done their job. I mean, it's not just one guy. I mean, you've got 3 or 4 Panthers surrounding him every time, so it's a great job by them. Would you like that?
Give that drive summary.
Let me get that for you. Let me flip through here real quick.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 11 plays, 55 yards, 5 minutes, 54 seconds, 16-yard touchdown pass from Breen to Pearson.
Appreciate Chris Sturdivant giving us those drive summaries. He's down there on the sidelines. Pen and paper.
He does it old school.
That's right.
No, it's pencil and paper.
Pencil and paper.
Yeah. Let's get it right.
Yes, math does need a little help sometimes.
Well,
he's an eraser. Spread formation for Tioga again. Malone gets him set. There's a snap. Be a QB keep again. He's looking for some room. He'll find a little. Gain about 7. It'll be second down.
Yeah, he had some room there. Hickman came in and was able to shoestring him there at the 41-yard line. Going to be second down and 3 for the Indians.
Tioga stays in the no huddle. There's a snap. Be a give this time to Adams. Had a couple Panthers had a chance at him. So that'll be a Tioga first down up to midfield.
I believe that was Hagen Herring and made that stop. Be first down and 10 for the Indians at midfield.
Adams again up the middle trying to find some room. Gang tackling has been the key for Sterlington tonight.
Yeah, when they run in the middle, you've had 3 or 4 Panthers on the stop. Going to give him about 3 yards on that carry.
Second down upcoming.
Into Panther territory. Second down and 7 at the Panther 47.
There's the snap. Malone rolls back. Little screen play back to the other side. Panther defense, that's going to be tackle for a loss.
Should have been a block.
I believe that was Connor Justice.
I believe you are correct.
Nice job there. Got blocked in the back and right into the play.
That was really a good play. He fought through the block to start with, then turned in a block in the back and made the tackle. No flag thrown. Be third down and 11. The ball is back at the Indian 49.
Benoit Motors third down, 2 receivers near side. There's a snap. Malone drops back looking for a man. Nice job. He's going to be sacked. Trey Birch and Aiden Lingefeld combined.
Yeah, you got to give them half and half on that one. Lingefeld and Birch. And you could see who he was looking for. Johnson was running a slant route from that outside receiver position down here on the near side. He just ran out of time. Johnson had an inside position.
But you see what happened? Sam Frazier got right in the lane and made Johnson adjust his route. And that little bit of adjustment, it was too late for Malone.
Exactly.
Throw into rehab, 4th down. Looks like
that's good defense on both ends of that.
Tioga will stay with the offense. Throw into rehab, 4th down. There's a snap. Malone drops back. He's looking again for a man. Takes a shot over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was really good coverage by that Panthers secondary. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Turnover sponsor tonight, David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
It certainly was. Ben, was that Jalen Bush that had the tight
That's number
coverage?
34. That is him.
Yeah, Jalen Bush had pretty tight coverage on him. But when you looked at that, you had Panthers where they needed to be. What does Coach Doty always say? I just hope we line up right.
Yeah.
We want to be in the right position. We've seen them out of position a little bit tonight, but it is so much better than it was last week against Ash.
And let me say this, William, just about you mentioned Jalen Bush, and of course we had Chris Pearson catch the touchdown a moment ago. Both of those kids are new to the squad this year. Chris came over from basketball, wanted to play some football this year, and has been a really nice addition. And then Jalen, of course, a soccer player, and they really like what they've seen from him at corner. There's a snap, counter pass. J-Rob looking back. Had a man just underthrown and going to come up just a little bit short. Incomplete.
Yeah, trying to hit Frazier down the field. Really turned into a 50-50 ball there at the end. But as you said, you got soccer, basketball. And what does Coach Doty always say? 2-sport athletes.
Absolutely.
He loves to have multi-sport athletes across the board.
I formation. There's a snap. J-Rob gives it to the fullback. That'll be Gavin Evans. He'll get down to the 39, and we'll have a 3rd down.
Once again, just hard running between the tackles, but dang near between the guards. I mean, they're just running that thing up the gut. Hustle to the line.
3rd and about 4. Breen gets him set. There's a snap. He's going to keep it this time. Puts his foot down. And he'll get right to about the 36, be about a yard short, and we'll have a 4th down.
Looked like he was going to get it and kind of got spun a little bit back. Got it just a yard short of the mark to make. He needed to get to the 35, got it to the 36, so the Panthers will go for this. Ball is on the 36 of the Indians, 4th and 1.
Breen lets everybody get set. There's a snap. Just the old goose play, and that'll be a 1st down. Downs Law Firm, 1st down.
You and the goose play.
Oh, that's it.
I thought that was the tush push now.
It may be that.
I like the goose play better.
The old silent goose.
Look, man.
Just goose the center and go with it.
Look, man. When you're in the South, tush push just doesn't work for me. I'd rather have the old goose and go or whatever you want to call it.
Looks like we're going to have a stoppage.
We're not to the liquid infusion timeout yet.
Not sure what. Here we go. Clock will start. 1st down and 10. Ball sits at the 34-yard line of Tioga. Panther offense taking their time. Believe they're going to be content to let this run down to the liquid infusion, as you say.
I don't know what you want to call it. And there we go.
And we're there. So this is let's just say water timeout. Oh, what just? Okay. So he picked that ball up like it was over. I had to pause for a second to see what was happening.
I was shocked that you just said it normal, water timeout.
Well, wow. I was watching the official. He picked the football up and held it above his head, which typically signifies
end of the game.
End of the game. So I think maybe he was a little antsy there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm fine with that if you want to stop it now. Yeah. That'd be good with me. So, Ben, what's your commentary on it to this point?
I really like what I've seen. The defense, even getting into the hurry up, and Tioga found a little bit of success. The defense has been able to settle in, and even I think about Jalen Bush there. I believe it was Jalen that gave up the big throw early to number 10 that was dropped, and kind of a similar route there a moment ago, and Jalen made the adjustment, stayed with him this time. And I think if you're Coach Doty, if you're that defensive staff, man, that's what you're asking of these guys, especially early in the season. Just learn from your mistakes. So if you make a mistake, adjust. And I think we've seen that.
Read and recognize what you've done. You see it again, you know how to handle that.
Twins receivers to the far side. Actually, we're going to have
That was either a miscommunication on
the white hat
count.
Was trying to stop the clock.
Okay. I was going to say it was kind of odd. You have the two guards jump. Boseman doesn't snap it, so it's like, okay, they're trying to adjust the clock. Yeah, they were resetting the play clock, I think. Yeah.
No flag.
Now, that's truly a no harm, no foul there.
All right, Panther offense will huddle up. Now they'll break the huddle. Twins receivers to the far side. There's a snap. Give straight ahead. I believe that was TJ Birch. We're going to have a timeout, Tioga. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. Be right back with more Panther football.
Need a loan? Call Craftman Federal Credit Union. Craftman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Craftman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Craftman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Craftman has money to loan. Craftman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is here to help you combine home and auto and save in Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Panther fans, we're back here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Marion State Bank. Panthers lead 28-13, 5:49 remaining in this contest. Panthers do have it, second down and 9. Ball sits on the Tioga 33-yard line. I formation. There's the snap. Be a give. That's to Carter McClinton. He's trying to find some room. And we'll have a timeout by Tioga again.
Working that right side, picked up a couple of yards to the 31. So you're looking at third down and 7. And Tioga's trying to obviously
get the ball back.
The ball back. That's correct. So, Panthers have this 3rd and 7.
This timeout brought to you by Prime Star Home Health.
If you're thinking about, Aiden Parker or distance, he hit a 42-yarder last week against Ash, split the uprights. So, 42-yarder.
Got a little wind kind of blowing.
Yeah.
He'd be kicking with it slightly. It's really blowing more across than it is with it. The other thing, though, to think about, William, is that humidity in the air tonight really is not helping that ball fly.
It's really not. You don't think about those things either. But, some people like you just go out there and kick the ball. It's not that simple, particularly when you're not in an enclosed arena, particularly in Sterlington. You know as well as I do, some of the craziest winds come through this right here. I noticed that the little field house at the middle school blew out the panels on the one side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was insulation everywhere. So they're going to have to get that fixed. But anyway, here the Panthers go. 3rd down and 7 with the ball at the 30 of the Indians.
I formation. There's a snap. Toss back to McClinton, trying to find some room. He'll get across the 35. Dive to about the 32. That's a 27, isn't it?
Yeah,
27.
It's going to be 20. Call it the 27-yard line. So if you're thinking about a field goal, you're looking at about a 44-yard attempt here for Aiden Parker.
I would imagine you're going to see that Panther offense stay on the field.
I think you would too. The only benefit, I guess, if you wanted to try it, if it's a miss and it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback.
That's right.
So it takes about 20. So you're only really giving up 7 yards if you don't make any progress here. So I think you're right. I think what Coach Doty's going to do is go ahead and go for this on 4th and 4. Probably likes his chance. Well, let's call it 4th and 3. I think he likes his chances down on this end of the field. You got 5:33 left. I don't know. I guess Tioga has used their second timeout here.
That was their third.
Okay, so they're out of timeouts.
Yeah.
So if the Panthers,
first down kind of does it for you.
Yeah, if you can convert this first down, you can get one more first down and pretty much the game is done at that point. So I'm like you. I expect to see the Panthers come out, try to pick up this first down.
This timeout again was brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. Fourth down and a long 3. Panther offense trots out. They will go for it.
Still got McClinton in the backfield along with T.J. Birch at fullback.
Timeout, Sterlington. Coach Doty saw something he didn't like. Again, this timeout brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. We have one thing a little interesting to me, and maybe it's just getting guys reps, but you got Gavin and Herring both on the sidelines right now. I don't know. I know both of those guys kind of hobbled off earlier, but have been back. So not sure if, again, it could be a rep thing.
Well, and
just an interesting.
That very well could be that. And, we talk about finding where a player's best fit is. I think McClinton's been working some at cornerback, and some tailback too. Mm-hmm. And, this might be an opportunity for Coach Doty to look at this and say, let's see what he can do in this situation.
Well, I see Gavin on sideline, no helmet on, so he may just be – they may have decided, hey, let's just let him rest the series and see where we are. 5:33 remaining here in the ball game. Again, fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank. Twins formation to the near side. J-Rob under center. There's a snap. Be a counter pass again. J-Rob's looking out. He's got a man. That's number 6, T.J. Birch. And he's going to break the jersey tackle, trying to fight his way to the end zone. Going to get some help. And I believe, waiting for the signal, they're going to mark him down.
They're saying it's a turnover. I don't know. I think he was down. The Tioga players are pointing that it was a turnover. I don't know who that was that hit him in the back, but it was a great push.
Waiting for the discussion over on the far sideline.
I think the ball got loose somewhere. Now, whether he was down or not, I don't know.
It's going to be a touchback, turnover.
He must have fumbled the ball out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that wasn't a fumble caused by whoever that was the lightning bolt that came in and shook the whole pile up.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. But let me speak to something that I was very impressed with. J-Rob Breen rolls out to the right, and he thought about running that ball. They closed in on him, kept his head. You had Birch coming on that little out route in the flats, dropped it off to him. Excuse me, but that was a good play. That was a very good play. I don't like the end of this, but the lead up to that was really well thought out and done by J-Rob Breen. So with the touchback, the Indians take this over at their own 20-yard line. First down and 10, 5:20 left in the fourth quarter.
Malone drops back. Looking for a man. He's under pressure. Takes a shot downfield. That's going to be a flag. That's just a silly push there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that was done.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't either. Johnson was going down the sideline. We had double coverage on Johnson, and we had inside position. He had not got separation. The pass, I don't think, would have been completed.
Hickman was coming over to help as well. The good news is instead of it being a big play, it's only a 15-yarder, so it'll be a first down, move the ball up to the 35.
But your point's well taken. It wasn't really necessary.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I looked up and I thought I saw was our defensive back pushing him to the ground, but not sure what transpired prior to that. Shotgun formation. Malone gets him set. There's a snap. This time quarterback looks to keep it. Nothing there.
I believe is that Drew Voker? Yes, Drew Voker got in, shot the gap, met the running back in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Going to be second down at 13 with the ball at the 32 of the Indians.
Malone gets him set. There's a snap. Rolls to his left. He's under pressure immediately and will have to just throw it away.
Once again, Aiden Lingefeld, he's been relentless tonight. I swear.
He's coming. Let's take that to the bank.
Tell you what, that guy's motor has been cranked up a notch all night long. And again, I go back on the punts. He has been right back there on top of the punter, too. Talk about a rush specialist. You're seeing him tonight. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 13 for the Indians at their own 32. They have to get all the way out to the 45 for a first down.
Tioga trying to get their play call. Malone gets him set. There's a snap. He drops back. Trying to find some room. Throws it out to Johnson. Maybe a 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they just took Johnson on an out route. Why don't
we do have a flag here on the near sideline. Holding against Tioga. Looks like Coach Duddy will elect to push them back. So that'll be a 3rd down and about 23, William, when it all gets said and done.
Yeah, let's see where they set that down.
Going to go from the 32 to the 22. Got to get to the 45.
Got to get to the 45. So you're looking at a 23-yard. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 23. You figured Johnson, he's going to run a deep route.
Benoit Motors 3rd down. Malone takes it. There's a snap. He's looking for a man. Gets under some pressure, and there's big Trey Birch with the sack. William, that's really a coverage sack. Those guys did a great job.
They did.
Then any hesitation, and Birch and Lingefeld and then a host of other Panthers are closing the gap very quickly.
They have been relentless tonight. And I tell you what, Bert, if you see that 2-3 coming at you, man, you might as well just go ahead and get down.
I really think people underestimate how fast he really is. He is so darn quick and fast. He ain't a 4-flat guy, but he's moving.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in front of him.
I can promise you, a guy that size with the speed he's got, he's something else now. I mean, he really is. So now this pushes the ball back to the 14-yard line. So you're looking at, that's a bunch. 10, 20, 30, 31 yards.
31 yards.
4th and 31.
Starts to rehab 4th down. Tioga will go for it. There's the toss, and it'll fall incomplete.
Okay, got a interference call, PI.
No, I believe it's going to be holding in the backfield.
Well,
there's a flag on the 10-yard line on the far side. You see another one?
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, I thought they threw one.
I don't believe so. I think they're going to
just hold it on. Yeah. Yep. You are correct.
Got a little something happening outside the press box. Looks like the Panther offense will take over. 1st and 10. That's a turnover on downs. Again, turnover brought to you by David Bryant, your local Sterlington realtor.
You were looking at the flag on the other side?
The 10-yard line.
Yeah, he threw it just about the time that contact happened.
I got you.
And so it looked like they were going to call interference on Jalen Bush.
I think the Panthers declined it, so it'll be first down and 10 in the Ron Bush State Farm red zone. Ball sits on a 14-yard line.
So right now you've got 3:22 left. There's no timeouts left for the Tioga. So the Panthers can effectively just kind of run this clock out. I don't think you can't take a knee, but you can just drive it down.
Yeah.
You can still get a first down inside the 4.
Panthers will go one receiver set to each side. There's the snap. Big give to TJ Birch. He's going to get up to about the 12. I'm going to give him 2 on that. Second down. Trying to see. Got a new receiver this near side. Is that number 29, Will?
Let me see.
Nick Cooper, it is.
Yeah. Well, if you see that on his shoulder, you're good.
Well, no, his back was to me, and I thought it was 29, and when he turned, I saw it.
I see the 2.
Panthers just going to milk it down.
So they can take this, they can really take this under 2:30. Should be able to get it down around the 2:28 mark.
Formation, 4 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Breen's just going to give it straight ahead. He'll get up to about the 11, and it'll be third down and about 7.
Yeah, Ben. So now
clock will just continue to run.
They'll have to snap this ball and make a decision. Do they want to go ahead and try the field goal, which you can, or you can run a ball, whatever you want to do. This will take you under 1:40.
Defense is going to have to come out for one more series unless you get that first down. TJ's going to push ahead. I'm not sure he got to the 5. Looks like he's going to get to about the 7. 6, and give him the 6.
7. No, I'll give him the 7. A 7-yard line. So they're looking at a 4th down and 3. They started the play clock almost immediately. So you could take this down to 50 seconds, you know. Coach Doty will probably go ahead. He may just run it down, call a timeout.
And that's what I would expect.
And you could bring Aiden Parker out if you like.
Well, Will, looks like we got a chance. I mean, I got to say, I'm very pleased with what we saw tonight. I mean, Tioga is not a bad football club. Panthers came in and really physically dominated the line of scrimmage for the offense. And then defense, I mean, you just settled in and you played good football and assignment football, and you gave up some yardage, but even when you made mistakes, you adjusted the next series.
I agree. I think there were the keys here to me is that offensive line did what they needed to do on that line of scrimmage tonight to effectively open it up for that running game. We saw Gavin Evans emerge tonight as a real deal running back. Of course, you still have Herring doing a great job as well. You know, and they are 2 different style runners, and I like that. We've always succeeded when we had 2 styles of running back. And so what I saw tonight, I thought was really good. And the nice thing on the defensive side of the ball, we saw Tioga take a little page from the Ash Jamboree last week, and our defense effectively adjusted to that and did a nice job of shutting that down and not letting that get away from them. So I think overall I think they've done a good job to answer some of those questions.
Well, Panther offense will come back out. Will be Birch and Carter McClinton in the I formation. 1 receiver to each side. That's Nick Cooper. I believe Noah Crane out to the far side. 51 seconds remaining. Breen trying to find it. I believe he's going to have enough for a first down, and that should do it.
Yeah, that's
a Downs Law Firm first down, and the Panthers will seal this one. Big win tonight over Tioga, 28-13. And Panther fans want to remind you, on Tuesday night at Frenchman's Bend, I'll sit down with Coach Doty. We'll talk about tonight and the things he liked, the things he saw that we can improve on, and then we'll visit about Rayville next week. We are on the road at Rayville next Friday night. 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have the pregame show start about 6:30, and we'll get you set for kickoff right at 7 o'clock. So hope that you'll tune in.
It's been a minute since we've been to Rabel.
I think we were 2A last time we went to Rabel.
Well, the last time we called a game of Rabel, I still had old Jimmy Guthrie up there. And the smudgy windows, you couldn't see out of the windows. It was terrible. So,
well, that will do it. The final tonight from Dell Ashley Field for the first time. Panthers win over Tioga 28-13. William, I'll give you the final word, and then we'll sign off for the evening.
Just to go back, I was very pleased with what I saw tonight, offensively and defensively. And I'd like to add one little thing too that I hadn't really said much about. I think J-Rob Breen did a nice job running this offense tonight. It was all run. We had some passes mixed in, but I think for a sophomore stepping in this year, I think he did a tremendous job tonight.
Managed the game well. Well, Panther fans, thanks for joining us tonight. And again, premier sponsor tonight, McDonald's. Game sponsor, Louisiana Launchpad. Appreciate all of our sponsors we mentioned throughout the night. Hope you have a great weekend, and want to remind you that the replay of tonight's game will be available tomorrow on YouTube at our SHS Panther Football channel. Hope you have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great night.
Thanks, Coach Doty.
Hi, I'm Ashley Dowdy with Homeland Bank. We believe that investing in our schools and local teams means investing in our future. We're committed to creating endless possibilities both on and off the field. Together we can build a brighter tomorrow.
Homeland Bank and the Sterlington Panthers. Together we can build a winning team. Where's your money?
Homeland Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Will Shelby here at Sparks Kia. We know the thrill of the game extends beyond the field, so score big savings on a wide selection of new Kias, like the Telluride, Sportage, K5, and more. Don't wait for the final whistle. Head over to Sparks Kia today and take advantage of our game-changing prices. Visit us at 1100 Auto Mall Drive or shop SparksKia.com today. Sparks Kia, where hot deals start and your winning drive begins. Sparks Kia wishes Sterlington High School best of luck this season. Go Panthers!